People don't worry, everything is gonna be alright. God said it will come through. Said I woke up this morning with problems on my mind. Didn't know what to do, I wasn't feeling so fine. So I put on some music, and you know what kind of gospel music with anointing really sings my mind. It was like a prescription that the doctor prescribed. Felt the Holy Spirit moving way down deep inside. So I picked up my hands and I started to smile, cause Jesus changed my situation. Now I feel joy, happiness in my soul. I feel joy, hey, happiness in my soul. Now I feel joy, happiness in my soul. I feel joy, happiness in my soul. So many people feeling down right now.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
BML Auto Limited, your auto parts store of choice. Your satisfaction is our priority. We sell everything auto except the gas. Visit our stores: 114C Hagley Park Road, Kingston, 24 Caledonia Road, Bandiville, 16 Main Street, Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. Contact us at 876-618-2781. The time by BML Auto is 1 p.m.
It's now time for Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk. Call us and let us have a discussion.
All right, then greetings and salutations and welcome once again to the Sports Desk for the start of another week. And this is one of those weeks where it's a lot of things to talk about. JPL finalists decided, and we know says Speed versus Tapa again. What is this telling us? 3 straight year, the same 3 teams in the final. And the 3 teams, the 3 years is a whole heap of things we can take away from this. Rodolphe Speed is on record as saying he has the lowest budget of all the teams in the Premier League. And on the other end, most people would agree that Mount Pleasant has the highest budget in terms of remuneration to players. I think we have to agree now that Rodolphe Speed, as a footballing mind, have to be up there with most people in the country. I can't take that from Rodolphe Speed. Because with a very young squad, he's kept them together and has done well not only in Jamaica but also in the Caribbean tournament. So you have to lift your hat to Speed for that. Third final in a row. There's a narrative out there that Speed and Tapa Whitmore are at daggers drawn. When also me talk to the man them round the program and say, put it this way, there's healthy respect between the two. Notwithstanding the facts that basically Speed did get Tapa fired. But from what I've garnered and gleaned, I don't know that there's too much bad blood. 2 of them want to beat each other as 2 competitors, but I don't know the bad blood that exists. Zidane has come in, so let me just say one more thing. I didn't get to talk a lot on Friday when I came in for the interview with the CASAFA Major League and Championship teams about the selection of Rastan Chase. The last 3 West Indies captains are all Barbadians. So we are talking about Holder to Brathwaite and now Rastan Chase. And I mentioned it the last time I was here, that there's something about the Barbadians that they think are brighter than the rest of the Caribbean. The minute them did go interviews, it would be difficult to beat the Bajans. They speak well and them sound knowledgeable. Boy, the Rastan Chase thing, Rastan Chase people averages the last 2.5 years I'm test career. He averaged 17 with the ball, 48 with the ball. That is why he got dropped. Him coming back to captain now, boy, you can't say a whole lot of things about it. But we leave it there.
All right. So we take the first call, man. We understand that you have quite a few.
Oh, them line up already.
Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mount Salem.
How they do?
Yeah. Yeah. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. You know, what would be interesting, Mr. Higgins, if because you mentioned this bright thing, you know, I don't necessarily buy this bright thing when it comes on to cricket. What would be interesting is what is the performance of the last 3 non-Barbadian captains in the West Indies?
Well, everybody struggle with this West Indies.
Yeah, that is the point. That is the point what me are making. All of them struggle. So this bright thing where say come on with it. I wonder what kind of bright what I mean if this bright thing are gonna make a difference to the performance.
We still are gonna struggle, man. We're still going to struggle. But the minute I heard interviews,
I think we need the best candidate for the job, whether them bright or not.
But I'm telling you that they feel that a man who has a certain level of,
What figure point of view go make excuse for the performance?
They think
I'm pretty weird.
They think that a man who thinks at a level may give you a 1% higher chance than a man who do. Put it away. That's why they had the interviews. I remember interviews, them already know how well them man can play.
Right. What I'm saying is the performance and the feel are go bad. So unless them I think when them go for interview, them are go talk nice.
No.
When
no man, don't simplify like that.
I mean not simplify like that. Then what you say?
They feel that decision making. The smarter you are, the more likely you are to get decisions correct.
Anyway, still, Mr. Higgins, it's an indication of where we cricket is. For a man, no play cricket for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
I go walking.
I remember is another Barbadian is the vice captain as well. With Jamil.
Matters we pick back and hold on. May you mention a record the other day? Weren't you the same, Mr. Higgins, that tell us that for the past 8 or 9 years, about 7 more tight Guyana win? How many Guyanese in the
Good question. And I want to tell you something. My understanding, is that they wanted Shea Hope to get the job, which is another Barbadian again. I don't think it's mere coincidence.
Always, you're in the cricket locally more than me. No, well, not locally, regionally more than me. Always Barbados doing for the past 5-6 years, not the regional cricket.
No man, they're not Guyana. Guyana win 7 of the last.
Barbados, me say no. Barbados.
Well, they're not doing the best. They're not the best team. I have to go check where else they would rank. But Guyana has dominated. For one thing,
I know that Guyana has dominated.
Guyana carried on at the spin.
I'm talking about them coming second and third relatively how them are do.
I could check.
For them have so much representative in the thing.
I could check.
Although it not really make a difference, because Western is not going nowhere. We might win that 1 or 2 test match here and there, but we're not going nowhere. But Zidane, I'm glad you're coming, Zidane. I want to talk to you about this some football, Zidane. The EPL, Zidane.
Yeah.
Arsenal and Liverpool basically tie up first and second already. So nobody can pass them. But the top 4, Nottingham Forest is in 7th position now, Zidane.
Yes.
And Nottingham Forest can come third,
Yeah, man, I'm aware.
For the final game coming up, what do you think about well, we know we're not one of favorites now, but we're going into the final game. You don't narrow it down now based on the matchups then.
It depends on where that game will be played. Let me check to see if it's at Nottingham or at Chelsea, because they face Chelsea.
Yes.
So basically the winner of that game, if there's a winner, will get into the top 5 position. So let me see where that game is being played. So it's taking long to come up here. All right, here we go. The game is at Nottingham Forest. So Nottingham Forest has a good chance. And the other teams competing for is Villa. Well, United have that should have Villa game. United no good. So Villa is likely to win as.
United might.
No, sir. United no good.
League have a hype and say they want to stop.
No, sir. Them no good. And plus, them have you're right. They're going to be very distracted in the week. Then Fulham, they host Man City. Man City, now some trouble, you know. You think Newcastle will beat Everton at home? So Man City.
Who you think are going to miss out?
Man City may very well be in some trouble. Let me look at the standings now and tell you. Although Man City play their game in hand tomorrow.
Put it a Bournemouth. Hypothetically, say Bournemouth beat them. Put it a Bournemouth beat them. Or you think?
If Bournemouth beat City, them not dead, man.
No, man. If Bournemouth beat them, they're still in a fifth in Zidane.
Yeah, no, sir.
Yeah, man.
If Bournemouth beat them, they stay in sixth. Then them in a trouble.
Then a six.
Them in a trouble. So that would mean because I have Aston Villa to win on the last day. I have Newcastle to win on the last day, and I have Nottingham Forest to beat Chelsea on the last day. So. Let me see the goal difference. Let me see the goal difference. Well, let me see the goal difference. Oh, so Man City would be the fifth place team because if they win,
Man City would have miss out, man.
No, if they win on, if all teams, let's say they lose, I just hypothetically to Bournemouth tomorrow, and everybody win on the last day except for Chelsea, then City would be the next team. Because City have a better goal difference.
No, you don't get it wrong, Zidane, because remember them in a six now, you know.
They have the better goal difference.
No, but remember, a five team.
Yeah, what I'm saying to you.
So Nottingham Forest, no, man. You have, remember saying, Nottingham Forest, you have Nottingham Forest to beat Chelsea, you know.
Yeah, you're not listening, though, you know.
Yeah, go on.
So I'm saying Nottingham Forest and the Man City are on 65 points now. So if Bournemouth beat Man City tomorrow, then both will go into the last day being on the same amount of points. And I'm saying to you, Man City, they have the better goal difference.
No, but that would be 6th and 7th, Zidane. Remember, you know. Hold on.
No, but remember, if Chelsea lose, you're not check it right, man. If Chelsea lose, they will stay on 66 points.
Right.
While both Man City and Nottingham Forest will go to 68 points. Remember, both Man City and Nottingham Forest are outside the top 5.
Man City beating Fulham then.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying.
Yes. So it would be Chelsea and who would have.
So it appears that it's either going to be Chelsea and Nottingham Forest missing out.
No, it cannot be. Man, it have to be. It cannot be either. Remember, 2 persons are gonna miss out. You know, 2 persons are gonna miss out. That you get wrong, you know, Zidane. Remember, you know, you have from 3 to 7 a vibe with 3 places. You know, you have 3 to 7 a vibe with 3 places. So if Nottingham Forest is one of the teams, then one more.
No, man. I think you're completely not understanding what I'm saying to you. It can possibly be that both Chelsea and Nottingham Forest miss out. If Nottingham Forest beat Chelsea, Chelsea remains on 66. Nottingham Forest will go to 68. But if Man City wins the final day and go to 68 as well, keeping the same goal difference, then Man City will also finish ahead of Nottingham Forest.
Oh, so that means
Man City will get into the final spot.
Chelsea and Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, because all right, Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, Aston Villa. Because I think Aston Villa will beat United, Newcastle will beat Everton. So Liverpool and Arsenal is there already. So that's 4. So you have 1 left. So I'm saying to you, if Nottingham Forest beat Chelsea at home and City beat Fulham, then with the better goal difference, Man City will be the 5th place.
That means there are 2 teams that meet each other.
Can possibly be out. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, that is true. One last thing before I go. The basketball, Zidane. Why? The thing they really come back yesterday after them lose the first quarter. After Oklahoma lose the first quarter yesterday.
Yes.
Me think this is one of the time when the Joker them and company, but I think they side that with the deeper squad. What do you think it's side of the deeper?
Yeah, man. The younger, remember they had 2 grueling 7-game series now, you know. So the first series went 7 games, and now they're going. I know Oklahoma would have run them out of the building yesterday.
So,
I had no doubt.
Even after losing the first quarter.
I had no doubt.
Well, all right. Let me give somebody a chance.
All right, big up.
Yeah.
All right, Mount Salem, big up yourself. We go back on Ostar. All right, we're coming up to the break. But the numbers, as you know, 615-2841. Or 676-6968. Those are your numbers to call. Yesterday, on a cricketing note, I was out there in Discovery Bay doing some work for there's a 4-team tournament. The top 4 teams in cricket in Jamaica, SDC, the last 2 years. The same pockets of Jamaica. White House from Westmoreland, Junction in St. Elizabeth, one place in Fairfield in Manchester, and one place in Links in Central. These are the 4 teams that have gone to the last 2 SDC semifinals. Caribbean Airlines decided that they want to send the top village team from Jamaica, the top community team. And these 4 teams met yesterday down at Discovery Bay. Big fun. Junction win the thing. Junction will represent Jamaica in Trinidad. The winner of that tournament in Trinidad makes $30,000 US. People feel money is not being thrown at cricket. It is. That is over 4 million if them win the like a T10 tournament. Junction went there last year. I understand they finished 3rd, but they are determined to do better this time around. With that, we take a break. We'll be back.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request a customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
1:15.
Paul, I need help with my vehicle cost this year. It's going through the roof. You think I should call Keith?
You're mad. Don't you want a system that easy for you?
Yeah, man.
You want the best price both you too?
Yeah, man. I bet you want real-time alert and island-wide coverage. Yeah, man. So the smart choice is Hawkeye.
They will give you a free 30-day trial.
Yeah, man.
Hey, tell me something. You ever say anything but yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Just say yeah, man to Hawk Tracker from Hawkeye. Call us at 926 Hawk. Conditions apply.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, back online, 615-2841, 676-6968. Some questions about this Rust and Chase selection, for those of you who want to discuss that, or whose place in the team does Rust and Chase take? The top 3 outside of the openers were Django, Athanase, and Hodge, with Graves coming at 6. So clearly one of them they're gone. Because Chase go and play. And if Jamel Warrican is your vice captain, which means that you'll always be playing with, call it 2 spinners. Because Warrican go and play. I don't think you make him vice captain and him don't play. And Rastan Chase is almost known more as much in bowling as in batting these days. What is the composition of our team going to be after this? There's some interesting questions to come. But we go back online. Hello. What's up, QC?
Good afternoon, Mr. QC.
Yeah, man. Patches are the same kind of tournament that the SDC farmer tournament. So them water it down, right?
When it's a water it down, you mean? Hello? QC.
Yeah.
When it's a water it down, what do you mean?
No, man. You remember you normally have more teams. The same SDC thing, you know.
Oh, yeah, because, me understand that the SDC will have less teams this year.
Yeah, because even we have what? The Masters team. Only have 16 teams this year. So it actually eliminates some process. You know, they're not spend this money or whatever it is.
Okay.
I think this will start with the 21st of June. This is the Masters tournament as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like a little thing where Chris Derrin do. Man says that, like, man literally one is a God-given right for children go cricket now, brother.
What that mean?
Children allowing us to cricket free now in a West Indies as from this June.
Then they have to try everything what they can do, man.
Administration.
Yeah.
I find back a passion.
No. Them have to try, and if telling little youth to them to come in free. What them are trying with that, you know? It's not the little youth alone them try get in. Because you know if a little youth get in, I'm father or mother have to bring him.
Yes,
So by
I come to school or something.
yeah, but I mean not normally quite often if a youth are coming in parents are, well depends on the age group, but nothing wrong with that gesture because the grounds will be empty for test match cricket anyway.
I think it's a good gesture. I think it's a good gesture. Especially you just put it out in the face at the primary school, like I was saying, nothing now going to primary school in the grassrooms.
Yeah, man.
Them could have go a little further too.
And what?
Them could have even give them some back juice or something. You understand me? I say, because a man at school, I say, boy, I want a refreshment with 30 boy. If I'm a party or something, just try to link up with tastes or somewhere.
No, man, yeah, push it.
No, push it, no, but you have to push it.
So we are going to invite you to the cricket. And for the rest of the time watching cricket, you don't get refreshment when you don't come in as well.
Hey, look at you them. I don't know.
Then look at you refreshment cost money same way, you know.
Yeah, but I think it's a gesture still.
Yeah, but it can't hurt.
I think that's yeah, it can't hurt. It can't hurt. Bring back the grass.
Yeah.
I don't really have to say.
All right, sir. Big up. Big up. I start telling you where we stay now. 615-28 41. So yeah, the Ruston Chase thing. Ruston will play. He will bat. I don't think he will bat at 8. But in any case, Ruston is not picked for his ball. Ruston averaged 48 with the ball in a test cricket in a people. This thing that Ruston is a special spinner is not true. He does have his moments though. So we expect him to bat in the top 6, which means one of the specialist batsmen gone. And Warwick can go and always play. So that is 2 spinners. Does that affect how the rest of the side is picked? Should be interesting. When I mentioned the other day that what about setting spinning wickets in the Caribbean and give us a chance against teams like Australia and even as we see teams like Pakistan, where we do have the spinners can compete. We're not going to always win. You know, that suggestion never went very well with some people. But now we're going to pick Chase. Now we're going to pick Warwick. If we add another spinner, if Chase plays as a batsman who can bowl and Warwick can play, there's also the possibility that another spinner play and we play 2 pace plus Graves, which means that we could go into some test matches, even here in the region, with 3 spinners. Because I don't see Warwick as the only specialist spinner going to play without a guy on himself. It will be interesting where we go from here. Now, the next thing now is the naming of the team. I don't think John Campbell would be earmarked for captaincy. I don't think they would pick him out and say, you are one of the candidates we're looking at to captain the game without John Campbell being automatic in the squad. I think it's a dead giveaway that he'll get picked for that first test because he was one of the candidates to pick the team. So it looked fairly obvious that John will play. That looked like where the logic I go. So that means Mikhail Louis gone. Ruston Chase coming in, which means one of the middle order gone. It would be interesting to see what the other changes are.
615-2841. That's 615-2841. Call through and let your voice be heard. Don't wait until it gets close to the end of the program before you bombard the phone lines and struggling to get on. We're running out of time. Call through now. Or 676-6968. That's 676-6968. Call through and let your voice be heard. Always stay, Mr. Tech Up. I heard not quite yet. All right, so I saw Steve McLaren at the game yesterday. I'm understanding that one of the reasons why because I think the JPL final was initially, or the mindset was for them to end it in June, but there's a tournament that's going to be held in England, and it's going to be mostly local based players. So I think they want to get the Premier League out of the way so that the top players can get a chance to go through to that tournament. So some of the people come tell me what them think. Because some people are telling me say that them think the other central defender who won man of the match yesterday is now ahead of King for Cavalier. You know, what you all think, people? Because he was man of the match yesterday according to the organizer or the broadcasters who determined who was man of the match. And yes, he was outstanding. And I remember below average saying that he would pick him for the last squad that was called up. So, what do you all think? Is he now, how old is he? I think he used to play mostly for Camperdown, but is he now the best central defender for Clavalier? That would be an interesting discussion to have.
All right, I understand we have some cards. We go back online. Hello.
Go on.
Sir.
Garvey. Good afternoon.
Zidane Matthews, Lord Zidane Matthews.
Yes.
And the erudite Orville Higgins.
What's
hey,
up?
Mr. Higgins.
Yeah, man.
Which state your son live in America?
Washington.
Oh, me think Alaska.
Right.
Look like him reside somewhere where some sub-zero temperatures there.
Oh, you mean the pigs? You know, said
no.
It's a good little while now. Me Dave not checking about the pigs again. So we just have run out the money.
So you lose confidence in other man, brother?
No, but the time them when me I call him at the time them when G said we just call me and say send in your pics now, and him not always that available.
Oh, so are you responsible for the pics then?
No, something. Well, we just tell G Star say boy, do it. So it's not like me I sit down and assess now.
I hear you.
I haven't sent in a pic now for weeks.
But you don't need to send in none. Why would you need to send in any?
What do you mean?
The second round was in progress. You don't need to send in none until no. I know you need to send in. Nobody not send in none for the last couple of weeks.
Okay, I say go. Okay.
So Higgins are easy, you know. So Mr. Higgins, I see the Knicks finally eliminated the Celtics.
Yeah.
So how many of those games did the Knicks outplay the Celtics? They outplay them in a game 6?
Big man. I am not going to continue with that line, sir.
You better run.
Make we leave it for a peaceful life. Big up to Knicks though for
good advice that good
yes,
good choice make right there. So
big up Knicks again to the conference final.
There you go. Yeah, give me some flowers to that.
You had picked Knicks? You had picked New York? Yeah, you did say Knicks in 6 or something like that.
How much are you winning?
6.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Big prediction.
Yeah, I know that me competent.
Yeah, because let me just give you a little more credit, man, because the best player for the Boston Celtics got injured when they would have been, because they would have lost the game anyway, because a minute left and New York was up by 9. So they would have been 3-1 up with Jason Tatum playing a significant role in every single game. So nobody can say it's because Jason Tatum got injured. They know that them way there. So Knicks and the repeat teams really come back from 3-1 down. So Knicks deserve all of the credit.
They weren't beating the Knicks 3 straight without
Jason Tatum, indeed.
Yeah, but I want to talk about some other issues that now, Zidane. So last year I was telling the people that I think this is a era where we don't have any dominant teams. You remember I kept saying that, Zidane?
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago after Denver won, people were like, oh, this is a great team. I said, no, it's not. They got eliminated in the second round.
Yes.
After Boston won, same thing, people are running me down. Yeah, you don't know what to talk. I said, come on, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Now they've been eliminated in the second round. So we haven't had a team even make back-to-back finals in the last 7 years. So it speaks to the mediocrity of this era.
No, actually it speaks to the quality of the era. That no one team can form a big team and they just dominate.
But there are no big teams. That's my point.
No. I'm saying to you, it's not because of its mediocrity. It's because the league is at higher standard and more talent is. Remember, talent come from.
So, question.
Yes.
You think we will never have back-to-back final winners again?
I never said, but it's far more difficult to do so now.
No, man. You know when we are going to have it, Zidane, when that really, really true all-time talent emerges. Real alpha.
Gary, stop it, man. Gary, remember saying the night.
Nikola Jokic. By the way, let me beat about the. Are they break now?
Well, let me look. No, I don't think.
You may come to beat about Jokic, you know. This is why we can't have back-to-back champions. These guys that led the last 2 champions, they are no all-time players. Jokic is not an all-time player, and Tatum is not an all-time player. If you don't have, go back and look at the list of back-to-back NBA champions. You must have that all-time player to do it, Zidane.
No, sir. I disagree with you.
Tell me a back-to-back champion.
No, I'm saying to
all-time top 10 player.
I don't agree that the reason why there's no back-to-back champions is because there are no all-time greats.
There are none. Not top 10 players.
So LeBron is not an all-time great.
Come on, Zidane. LeBron hold, man.
No, but he was.
Did win back to. Didn't LeBron win back to back?
No, but he didn't win back to back. He's a part of the.
Hold on, man.
Yeah, but he's
LeBron win back to back in his prime. Not true.
Yep. Oh, you're talking about prime now.
Let's do it. Not true.
Who?
Because there are no players like that now, Zidane.
No, the last back-to-back champions would have been the Warriors, right?
Right.
And you're saying they have all-time greats. The only reason why they won back-to-back, is because they had a super team, my boss. It's not because they have all-time
led by all-time.
So if Nicole, no, you have
hold on, man.
Gav, you
have been spreading this rumor. Just relax, no, man. Relax, man. You have to learn history. You know how the problem is, Zidane? Let me tell you one of the problem. You not only live in here and now. You not study history. None at all in the boss.
What do you mean when I study
If I should look on you and say to you, Zidane, who are some of the teams that have won back? You don't even know.
All right, didn't all right, hold on. Didn't the Detroit Pistons win back-to-back with Isaiah Thomas?
Because them have Isaiah.
But Isaiah Thomas can't play basketball like Nikola Jokic, Gavin. None at all. He's not even close.
Nikola Jokic,
stop it, Gavin.
Nikola Jokic,
Nikola Jokic is a far better basketball player than Isaiah Thomas. Hold the line. Hold the line. Gavin, hold the line. I'm going to hold it to that because me catch you now. Isaiah Thomas cannot carry Nikola Jokic jockstrap in terms of being a basketball player, and he won back-to-back. So don't tell me no rubbish I'm ears. Hold the line, though. We're coming back.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
All right, tennis. Emma Raducanu produced an encouraging display to reach the second round in Strasbourg as she continued to build a momentum before the French Open. The British number 2, who accepted a late wild card for the tournament, was in fine form in a 6-1, 6-3 win over world number 17, Daria Kasatkina. World number 43, Raducanu, had not won a set in 3 previous meetings with Kasatkina, but in a consistent Australian Open dominance, failed to win a single service game. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
Tracy, who you go give on now? You're too fast. Hey, me I got Jotex now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them. Me can't get some? No. Go buy your own. Hey!
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right.
Conditions apply.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstone, Heineken, True Milk, Ranks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart. Best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Lotteries Act.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, Garvey, back with you.
Zidane, a 3 minutes straight, you have me a laugh. Hey, Zidane, I know you're a little bit embarrassed, man. You have a little egg on your face about the performance of Jokic. Zidane, That guy that you say is the best offensive center of all time. How did he look in that series offensively to you?
This series?
Yeah, the series them just get knocked out.
He had a few great games, but overall, he could have played better.
Great games, a few great games.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
All
saying,
I know
yes,
is that in a game 7, a deciding game, I saw this guy, who my friend Zidane says the best offensive center of all time, being guarded by a 6'5" guy, and the 6'5" guy was dominating.
Let me ask you a question. You think LeBron James is a top 10 player?
Zidane, if you say a 6'5" guy could guard Shaq,
I hear you, man. I hear you, man.
Just answer that.
No, but I hear. Do you think
so you're ready for it?
No, man. I want.
Jokic is definitely
Make a reason, man. Let me show you how intelligent I am.
Zidane, don't run from that.
I'm not running. I'm going to prove that your argument is very weak, Garbage.
Yeah, no. So you're going to LeBron. Why you
I'm asking
Jokic?
No, because I'm going to prove to you that using one game or a series or
he did it last year too.
No, me disagree. No, me disagree.
Played by guys like Nazarene.
No. Nazarene outplayed Nikola Jokic last year.
Listen, the front line. Listen what I'm telling you, Zidane. He did not dominate that front line of
in this playoffs, Nikola Jokic is leading in a plethora of category. In the entire playoff,
field goal percentage. You know, am I leading
in the entire playoff?
Probably a lead. Let me tell you, am I leading? Is he leading in turnovers?
You're a joker.
Get him a leading as Zidane. Him definitely have the most turnovers.
Gav, you always come with some little joke argument to try and disregard greatness.
You first of all.
Well, the man is at 3. How many other centers win 3 MVPs in a row?
Hold on forget about that. Is the
what do you mean forget about that?
Is the era? All right.
What happened to the era? What happened to the era?
Hold on. All right, Zidane. You just dispelled Isaiah Thomas, right? No, Isaiah Thomas came into the NBA in 1981 during the heights of Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. Then Michael Jordan came in 84. During Isaiah's time in the NBA, right? During the 80s, there's only 3 players win the MVP. Them, you know, all the MVPs were either won by Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, or Michael Jordan. Nikola Jokic is not winning any MVPs ahead of those guys. The only reason he wins 3 straight is this era.
No, sir. I'm greatness.
Me not ask you.
Almost
guy.
Charles Barkley and people like them, they were star in the 90s. And you're talking about
couldn't win. Hold on about.
And Karl Malone.
Sorry for Charles and give him an MVP in the
hear them up here now, man.
And everybody say, well, should I be? Hold on. You don't see those guys couldn't win any MVPs as well, my friend?
Charles Barkley won MVP.
How many MVPs Akeem win?
Karl Malone won MVPs in the 90s.
How many MVPs Akeem win?
Me gone, my boss. Can you bramble?
Jokic no good, my boss. Overrated. Take a look.
All right. 3-time MVP. Finals MVP.
They proved yesterday that he was the MVP this year over Jokic. Jokic no in a conversation.
It's a regular season award winner, so the playoff is relevant.
Put in the playoff in it now. Jalen Brunson is the best player in the league.
Yeah, all over the shot, my boss.
Next round, I'm going to kill you again.
By the way, where you are in the pool, by the way? Since I'm bench up.
No,
answer my question. You know other people in the pool. Hold on, Gavi, man.
Remember, I know that.
No, Gavi.
Hold on, remember my MO from last year. Second round, me get going,
Where you are in the pool, Gavi?
Last year, I was the only person to pick the T-Wolves to beat the Denver Nuggets. Then in the next round, me run left the Wolves with them, and sit down and all of them jump on the Wolves and me pick Dallas to beat them and kill them. That you tell
no, man,
but
you never do well. You never do all that well last year.
Didn't I finish ahead of you?
Yeah, no, sir, I don't remember that.
No, sir.
3 years straight, no mega finish ahead.
Is G-Star win? And I was
no, boss, at that point in time, no, because I was second for the entire duration. Listen up. Listen up. Listen up.
Last year, I beat you.
Let me give the analysis now, people. You could, listen up. You could never have caught G-Star. Because I was second for our third majority, and I
could never have caught.
No, you were too far behind. So what I did, I remember very well, Lord. I'm saying to you,
10 points.
No, you never had a realistic chance to win, my boss. You only could have come.
No, and it's game by game.
Because they're going to pick, basically, they're going to pick everybody, going to pick the same thing at the end. They're going to pick the favorite. Anyways,
at the end of
right
the
now,
year,
but you are struggling right now in the pool.
Last year. Me or you?
But you are struggling right now in the pool. I am a former champion. You have no championship, my boss. You're not great. Gav, you don't have no championship, so you're not great. You're one thing that. You don't have no championship. Until you win a championship. But Nicola could win a championship, my boss.
I apologize to the Jamaican people about greatest center.
I never said at the offensive. But you don't make no good points. Gavi, all you do. But Gavi, all you do make a bag of nice on the radio, boss. You now make no point.
Almost every time he got the ball, Caruso.
But Gav, you're talking about one game. That's not how intelligent people reason, my boss.
No, but I know one game.
Tell me about his career.
He is 46%.
Tell me about his career. You're telling me about one game, my boss, against Caruso. That's not how intelligent people reason.
Last year he shot 49% in the playoffs.
If I go to...
This is back
Anyways, Gav, we gone, Gav.
The best offensive center shoot under 50%.
Gav, you're hard there, my boss. Gav is so hard there at this position. And let me make the point since you never want. You know where I was going, you know. LeBron James in 2011, people. If you watch that series against the Dallas Mavericks, you would think LeBron James is not even a top 30 player. If you watch that series alone, you'll come back and say, LeBron James, he's not even in the top 30 players. If you go up by. So I could come like Garvey and say, JJ Barrera was stopping LeBron James. He was passing the ball. Honest and LeBron James is not great. You can't reason like that, Gabi. You tell me about one game at Caruso marking Nikolai, which I mean, he's not the best offensive center. And all the years, 4 years ago, I say this people, and Gabi never come. Him shut him out, and I've also use one. Gabi, intelligent people no reason like that, my boss. Back on. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Not too bad. Who is this?
Christine.
Hi. Oh, you called last week, right?
Right.
Yes.
I want to tell you congratulations.
For what?
Your team now win Saturday.
Which team was that?
Manchester United lose to them.
No, man, I'm not a Manchester United supporter.
That's what I'm saying. Manchester. The guy was arguing with you that Manchester United would win, and you said no, they're not winning.
Oh, I can't remember.
And the other team won.
Who Manchester United play again? Mr. Follow the English league from the
football.
From Liverpool.
And it's the first in 165 years they ever win.
Oh, you're talking about Man City, man.
You're talking about Man City.
Man City losing to Crystal Palace.
In the FA Cup
yes,
final?
Right.
Yeah.
And the guy was arguing with you that they would win, and you said, no, they're not winning. Let us see. And I'm just telling you, congratulations.
Oh, maybe that's a Man City must win?
You did say they would not win, Manchester United, and the guy argued with you.
No, but you keep saying Manchester United.
Oh, Manchester City. I'm sorry.
I told somebody that they would not win.
They said you were having an argument with them about the other team, and then they said them betting you that Manchester City would win, and you said no, they're not winning, and they did not win, and I'm congratulating you for your team winning.
What if I were to tell you that I don't remember that conversation?
No man. Me just say congratulations.
Because under normal conditions, probably I would be going with Man City to beat Crystal Palace. But anyway, it is for what it is.
I just called to say congratulations.
All right,
and have a nice day.
Yeah.
And stop turning up your blood pressure for these miserable people.
No. I respect. Thank you for that. Anything else?
Right. Have a good day.
Okay. All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, so that is it. 615-2841. Or 6766968. And those are your numbers that you can get us at. Diego, if you're listening, there's a particular topic that I want to touch regarding cricket and this Australian tour. I will be making the connections to find out some things. I hope to be able to announce it before the end of today's program. All right, so we leave it right. So 615-2841 are your numbers, or 676-6968.
Talk to us, Nasta. All right, listeners. So let me give you Nikola Jokic regular season numbers. 29. This for this season, you might have 29 points per game and 10 assists, 57% from the field and 41% from three. So the man from 3-point as a center is shooting where the greatest of all time shoot in that range. As a center, that's what he's doing, you know. We know Shaq and them the center there and Kareem and them can't shoot to save them life. So that's offense. Him shoot, even though he shoots the three far more often than those guys, him still shoots 57% from the field. And then the man average 10 assists per game. This man is an alien center. So I don't know what's wrong with Gavi that try to talk about more talented people that play basketball now than ever, my boss, because the world open to basketball. It's not like one time when it's predominantly the Americans alone. You realize that Giannis is not an American. Nikola Jokic is not an American. Luka Doncic is not an American. It's how more people in the world want to become great basketball players. It's human being and the interest from the world that determine the talent level of a sport, you know. What's wrong with your Garvey, man? Stop watering with the program, sir. With your emotional nonsense. I mean, if Shade flop yesterday, Nikola Jokic beat them up, a Shade a come pressure and say Jalen Brunson better than him. You know? But because Shea played great and they won now, you have to keep by your mouth. 615-2841. That's 615-2841 or 676-6968. That's 676-6968. Call through and let your voice be heard.
All right, we're coming up to the break, so we could squeeze that in so that whoever the next caller won't be interrupted by the break. We hope to be hearing from you on the other side.
Something good. Hey, joins me, Jermaine Morgan, popular known as Brother Frisco, on Omega Radio Thursdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. through to 9 inside the Praise the Lord show, and Saturdays and Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio show. Tune in and be blessed. You can't afford to miss this show with Brother Frisco on your radio. What you gotta
Saturday is one of the biggest days for sports, and Omega Sports has got you covered. Kick off your morning with the BBC Sports World for 3 hours of comprehensive roundup of various sports, including the English Premier League, from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Omega Radio, God and Sports. Sensible.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back.
All right. We go back online. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Silver Fox and Young Fox.
Good afternoon, Badger the Great.
Badger.
Yeah. Well, I really say, see, I tell people that Chase is not a great bowler. Who was saying Chase is a great bowler?
There were people who were telling me that he's a better bowler than Cornwall, including you.
No. Listen again. You say, listen to the statement now. You understand? Listen to the statement. See, I tell people that Chase is not a great bowler.
All right, Chase is overrated as a bowler.
No. Listen, all right. Let's try one more time and then we move on. Can we realize it's tough to talk.
I realize as well.
Yeah, you said that Chase, you see, I tell people Chase was not a great bowler.
All right. Since we're into me,
was saying that.
Well, I know since my words will be nitpicked, and I get it. Let me tell you what I was actually trying to say.
Oh, you're actually
so that what me just tell you while I was tongue in cheek. So let me say what me really. So this one can judge me upon now. There was once a point in time when people like you say if we can't play Cornwall, we can always play Chase.
Okay.
And I'm saying Chase takes wickets in Test cricket at 48 apiece.
All right.
I'm sure Cornwall is doing a little bit better than that.
Okay. All right. So all right. So people like me, and Darren Sammy, they look like him prefer Chase bowling and batting over Cornwall.
So man, Chase not the better batsman for Cornwall.
No, I said, listen, I'm not talking now. I am not being tongue in cheek. Me and the skipper, it look like them and the coach. Look like, and the selectors, they look like them prefer Chase bowling and batting over Cornwall. So much that they made him the West Indies captain. And then they really give 2 left foot for what Orville Higgins have to say.
Hold on. What is Chase's test match?
Me no matter no more, and me no care no more. Me say, them say, what Chase do with the ball, them prefer that over Cornwall, and so much that that them even
That's
work on. Hold on. Listen again.
But why you not give me a chance, man? That me not like.
That was a comma, you know. That was a comma right.
No, but
here.
you make a statement, and I'm not getting a chance to respond. The fact that they pick Chase now don't mean that they think he's a better bowler than Carnwall.
Okay, so they pick the worst. Look how far them go. They pick the worst bowler because Chase, like you said earlier on, Chase is going to do some bowling, right?
Chase
so they pick the worst bowler.
I don't think they are picking Chase as a bowler first. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right, okay, all right. Then pick the worst bowler second because they're not picking the bowling first, you know. So them skip past Carnwall, who's a better bowler, and then pick Chase, the second bowling for his bowling second, and then also skip past Carnwall again, and pick Warrican as the vice captain, and tell Carnwall say these two lollipop bowlers, right? Because he's a part time, is going to be playing over you, Fat Carnwall.
Do you think Ruston Chase is a better bowler than Rakim?
Me no matter no more. Don't ask me that question anymore.
But that was all right. My time now. The argument was who was a better bowler.
And, yeah. And the selector say to you and to me that listen. Me no business if Carnwall can bowl pan glass. Me no business what he can do. Me no business about that.
I don't understand what you're saying about you. The argument was never about who is the better batsman.
The argument is that to me. I got pick Chase, who's not a better bowler than Carnwall. I can't decide Higgins. And I got pick Warrican and give him vice captain to where Carnwall better than. So Carnwall,
Carnwall salt.
Well, in fact, too. Because I got load. So anyway,
that's for the record though.
Yeah.
Rakim Carnwall takes wickets at 37 apiece.
Okay.
Ruston Chase test wickets matter. Ruston Chase take wickets at 46 apiece. Me not think there is any comparison as to who is a better test match bowler, which is why me did always argue.
These information, Your Honor, is not necessary.
What do you mean it's not necessary? Right? I was saying pick Carnwall as a bowling, as a man who can bowl.
Because a vice captain. Go argue with the selectors, no better. They make a man a vice captain and captain.
The fact that
over a bowler better. These people over the top.
So Carnwall has been getting a fight for years.
Yes, man.
And I was arguing that he was getting Rakim Carnwall.
Yes.
Was getting a fight for years. And maybe the fight still continue.
Yes. So what I'm saying, to tell us about his stats, it don't really matter. Because fight you are fighting.
Me not understand the point where you make. If I was always saying,
no, the point that we are making is that you don't need to tell us about any stats because we are fight against Carnwall. So we'll leave it, we can move on.
That's your argument. All right.
You said a while ago, it's not me.
So we are fighting against Carnwall.
It's you read the man stats and say his stats better, and I'm fighting for years. How come it turned on my argument now?
But what was my argument?
Louder than you.
What was my argument?
You just said a while ago. You just told the man stats a while ago.
What was my argument? Then why are you telling me about Ruston Chase? What was my argument? You said Ruston Chase is a better bowler than Carnwall.
Me say so.
You say if them pick Carnwall, then can well pick Chase.
No, to show you how many.
And if if you say if them pick, hold on, then Badger, give me a chance now, man. You are saying that if they go pick Carnwall. Remember, me did say Carnwall.
No, not Carnwall. Any spinata.
A Carnwall, you did say so.
No, it's any spinata.
My argument was about Rakim Carnwall. No. Record saying if you can pick Carnwall, you can.
My reply to that.
But including Carnwall, Badger.
Yes, but don't leave out the other spinners.
All right, but which line me I tell for you? All right, so any spinner might as well pick Chase. And my argument is that I wanted Carnwall because I think he's a better bowler than Chase.
Fine.
Now, if you want somebody for about top 5, top 6, Ruston have 5 test century, better batsman. So my argument was about who is the better man for out people. So when you come tell me about the selector pick Chase and pick Carnwall now for, what kind of argument that?
No, are you jump on it?
And you call me. I want to me jump on it.
You say earlier on, Mr. Higgins, Something wrong with you?
No, all I'm doing is giving.
And you say, I want question I ask you, One the question I ask you.
Which is what?
The question I ask you. Who say Chase is a great bowler? I mean about Cornwall. Are you?
No, man, I was talking great bowler relative to Cornwall, brother. Nobody never really. Man. Nobody was ever saying Chase is great. But you were saying him better than Cornwall. He's not.
You call Cornwall him again. You call Cornwall him again. I say me I call Cornwall.
But you lose the argument.
Which argument lose?
That Chase is better than Cornwall as a bowler.
Oh, Jesus, imagine me lose the argument.
Yes.
Brother, listen to my
Chase
argument again.
Is taking wickets at 46, Rakim at 37,
one per piece.
Listen
to my argument. Listen to my argument again. This is my argument. I don't rate no spinner in the West Indies.
Who is a better spinner? Chase or Cornwall?
Me no matter. Me
no rate none of them neither. Me no rate them neither.
Me no matter. Me no rate none of them.
But which one of them, if you have to pick for your spinner, would you pick?
Me pick Rasta and Chase.
As a spinner?
Yes.
Although him taking wickets at 46.
Me no matter because me no rate him.
Well, me pick Zenith. Me pick Zenith over Brian Lara, brother.
It's not me. It's not me alone that rate him now. It's not me alone that rate him now.
Me pick Zenith over Brian.
So that is your problem. Right. What I'm saying to you is that it's not me alone that rate him now.
But that is always my argument, Badger, that they don't rate the man. You are telling me what I know. My argument is that them not rate Nikita Miller, them not rate Rakim Cornwall. You are not telling me no. Because I'm saying that too many of these spinners come in a regional cricket and dominate and don't get picked. So when you are telling me that the selectors them not rating, you are making my point for me.
Hold on. Listen again. You look, so they make Warwick and vice captain. You understand? Listen to this now.
Warwick cannot do special, you know. Warwick cannot take test wickets at 27 apiece.
You're lucky they make him
is a sure pick quality.
Because if they don't make him vice captain, you're destiny, you know. Because what I'm saying to you is this though. I hear that when them play three spin anywhere they go.
No, I never said that. Yo, me not said that. Big man, stop telling lie on me. Me never said that, brother.
Wait a second.
I never said they will pick free spin.
All right.
I'm saying that with Jamel Warrican in the team as the vice captain.
That's a surprise. That is a surprise to me.
And Rastan Chase in the team as a vice captain. I'm saying that it is highly likely that they could play another spinner.
Yeah.
So they could play three spinners. I never tell you that they will, but.
All right.
Stop the lie on me, boss.
Brother.
Then you not tell me, say they will play three spinners. Me never said that.
Jesus, man. Hey, listen to this, right? Listen to this. That is a surprise pick for me to pick Warwican as the vice captain. That is a surprise for me.
It is a surprise for me. And let me tell you why it's a surprise.
Yeah, tell me.
Rastan Chase is mostly 33 years old. Now, normally, if you are going to pick a vice captain.
Sorry, laugh. What if you Rastan Chase over Cornwall? Go on, sorry.
Sorry. What does this have to do with Cornwall right now?
Are you better than Cornwall?
All right, big up.
No. What I'm saying to you, you go.
Yes, indeed.
Big up.
For the JPL final, no. And this man I'm going to win. For the JPL final, no. You know, the South is something like this one time. I'm start to think about it now. That too many coaches are more recognized and involved in games than players. You understand? I think because for the JPL now, you know, coming up, you know, and world football all over, you know, we make the coaches more, you know. You understand? Because for this game coming up now, for the JPL final, you know, so we can pick out at least 3 or 4 players for each island side to say a Dembala is going to be the key for this side to win. You understand the point? What I make?
Yeah,
all we are saying is that the tactics that Tapper might come with, speed might come in.
You don't think people are saying that the Mount Pleasant side is a big side and have a whole heap of big players from all over?
Them say compared to the side, it's a big side, but them not tell us no baller in it. You understand? Neither
people are talking about the Haitians, the one named Celestine who turned the man inside out yesterday, even though the goalkeeper should have blocked the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When the one that turned him inside out, let me.
Franco Celestine.
Yeah. Remember saying, Zidane, you are the up and coming man who kill the facts, you know.
And people are talking about busy as well, man. They are talking about
yeah. Talk about busy. But what I'm saying is that every start go on about world football now. It's like the coaches are the bigger stars.
Why they still talking about players? I agree that people tend to talk about the tactics coaches being deployed.
Yeah,
I
want one thing with that speed thing, Badger. As we come to the break, you said there's an argument making the rounds that Rudolph Speed has used his position as technical director to influence national selection. It could be argued that the best defender in Jamaica is Richard King, who them pick him and them feel like, and then not pick him and them feel like. And it could be argued that Busy Atkinson, and I asked the question a couple of years ago, or last year, why the youth can't get some more national game? It could be argued that Busy Atkinson are the best attacking player in the Premier League, and can't get a call.
Yeah, but
so the argument that Speed influence, if Speed was in the power to influence national call-ups, then Busy that get more looking.
Yeah, maybe him try, but in a work, but that means
that mean clearly you have the influence of people thinking.
Yeah, but maybe influence is not yet. Remember,
Busy Atkinson was named. Busy Atkinson was named the Caribbean Player of the Year last. I never speak to that. When the Caribbean tournament done, Busy was named by the powers that be as the best player in the Caribbean in the tournament. Can't get a Jamaica game, but yet Speed, Richard King, who we all think are the best natural centre in our country. Them play with them.
No, but me not get involved.
But you say you that pick Rasta and Chase either card. That tell you know.
And me says so.
That means you don't really understand cricket either.
And me says
as a bowler, that is people. We don't talk about as a batsman.
Well, and me says so. Is the selectors and
you agreed?
The captain.
But you agreed.
Is a must pick. Not with me. I've got with them. Must pick Rasta and Chase. And then now they make Warwick over Carnival against that 2 feet that over Carnival now. Papa Jesus. You look like this man you love against
which is my point. What we got?
Me got to.
We'll leave it at that. And then you know what I got now? Tomorrow me I go hear say bad you kill me. And that we I go hear on the radio. I even know me sure somebody that types on me bad you kill me. When my argument was that the man is getting a fight. He won't tell me say, look how them pick Chase over him now. That means him not good there. Them pick Warwick and over. Rakim Cornwall has been given a fight in a regional play. I'm not advocating for Rastan Chase. No. For Cornwall, no. Jamel Warwick is taking test wicket less than 30. Special. I mean, I think Rastan Chase has been picked purely as a spinner. So I'm not sure what bad your point is, but you're going to hear how them kill me. Because them can't sleep unless them tell themselves. We'll take a break though. We're coming back.
Apply for your NHD refunds at nhd.gov.jm or via the NHD app. Do not click on any links offering to help you. The time by the NHD is
2 o'clock. Your Saturday afternoon has gotten better. Omega Radio Sports, 1 to 4 p.m. We give you updates, previews, reviews, and in-depth sports discussion. Our knowledgeable hosts and guests will have you glued to your radio with the latest sports topics and engaging conversations as we navigate the sporting landscape to keep you on top of things. That's Omega Radio Sports, Saturdays 1 to 4 p.m. Don't miss it. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody. Omega Radio Sports is sponsored by Omega Radio Network. To sponsor this program, you can contact us at 876-204-9356. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so time for the music. I'll start. Yeah, we're ready for that. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. No. as a bowler. Rastan Chase in first class cricket has 185 wickets at 33 apiece. Decent. 185 wickets at 33 apiece. Rakim Cornwall has 450 wickets at 23 apiece. Anybody who is going to come on a radio. So Rakim Cornwall in all of first class cricket has 450 wickets at 23 apiece. Rastan, 185 wickets at 33 apiece. So one is taking wickets 10 runs cheaper than the other. And he's doing it for longer, 450 wickets to 185. The guy who comes on radio and says it doesn't matter to him as a spin bowler, any one of them, man, he would have just get the ball for ball. Is either one of two things. Is either that man don't understand cricket or that man just call the program. For no, when him not have nothing to do. For try bore hole in an argument where me make we hole can bowl. One of the two. One man takes test wickets at 37, the other takes test wickets at 46. And if you go to first class, one takes wickets at 23 and one at 33. So the guy who said, if you're going to pick Cornwall for bowl spin, you could give it to Rastan Chase. That's not true. That's a guy who don't understand how to reason and clearly don't understand cricket. Or a guy who say, if Mr. Higgins say the sky blue, me I come say green. And we get that as well. Next call here, Miss B here. But me tell Badger them, we don't behave so on me, you know, do you know? Uno a sound away on the radio on me. How we stay now? We go back online. Hello.
Rumble in the jungle.
Mommy B, you did migrate?
No, sir.
Man, I hear from you, man. What happened?
Mommy B, there's some little challenges, you know, but we overcome them, you know.
Oh, great, man.
Yeah, man.
Great to hear.
Lost an uncle and our first cousin.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
So you go. Stay strong.
Heard them back to back, week before and last week. So we overcome them thing there, you know.
Ah.
Yeah, man. So I go on, Messiah.
Me there, you know, my boss. Me there.
Yeah, man. Because I'm so what's going on.
Yes,
sir?
man, I'm here, mister.
Yeah, man. Mommy be just call for touch.
Respected among the youth. Joshua among
but,
the
but performance, Orville,
that's
not about performance.
that's the
you know,
point.
Not scoring runs in and
No, he never do well the last 2
You understand what I say? So we cannot dog then, you know, Orville.
But may I say to you now, he got dropped at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, if they were naming a captain, if Craig did step down before Pakistan,
yes,
Joshua they would be the captain.
Oh.
But he went up, he got dropped for Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
And then
yes, it will go hard. It will go kind of hard after being dropped. Yeah?
And here's what make it harder for him. The man who replaced him, named Tevin Imlach, had a moderate series with the bat, as did everybody upon them.
Yes, because everybody moderate now in the West Indies, you know.
No, man, me talk about on that tour, man. Follow me, man.
Okay. Yes,
on that tour of Pakistan, everybody struggled with the bat.
Right.
But then, runs Da Silva get dropped final because he was keeping okay. So then pick Tevin Imlach in Pakistan and Tevin struggled with the bat. But then Tevin come back into the region now. Da Silva make a bag of runs, but Tevin make a bag of runs too.
Boy, complicate matters.
So Da Silva averaged 67 in first class cricket.
And that is a lot, you know, Orville.
Yes, but I'm saying Tevin Imlach, that's the man we take him game in the test side, average 64 with 3 centuries just like him.
Yeah, man, very close.
So now you can't pick both because I don't think they want to pick two keepers. So Da Silva now it's like you can't drop Tevin Imlach now. So if Tevin Imlach did come in at the region and never did well,
it would have been easier
for the Silva. And then he would have been the captain, I think. But you can't, in other words, the need for a captain is not as great for them as the need not to drop Imlach. It would be very strange if Imlach lose him game. Following what I'm doing in regional cricket this year. Plus,
anyway, big up yourself, you know, Orville. Look at some stay strong, you know. Stick to the Messiah. Yes, sir?
All right, big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Leroy, my taxi driver. Big up yourself, you know.
Big up Leroy.
Yeah, man who carry mommy beer from point A to B.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, man. Readily at my service, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
All right. Big up Leroy and big up Mommy Beer there.
All right.
6152841 or 6766968. Those are the numbers to call through and let your voice be heard. So spaces are available now to these couple of people who are telling me that they're trying to get through. So 6152841 or 6766968.
Yeah, we're ready again. Hello.
My time?
Yes, man.
I have a question. See there. More ask a question.
Yeah.
When I pick West Indies team or any cricket team, them pick bowler and then pick wicket keeper. Like when I pick the player, them have a specific player where them say, oh, wicket keeper and a personal bowler.
I don't understand why you ask me.
But just ask a general question. What it mean to know? Me ask.
If them pick people for keep wicket.
When I go pick a team and you said just a while ago that said to Mama B, I said them now go pick Imlach and
no, that does me, that does me. I say so. I don't think they should, but me not a selector. Who knows what Sammy will do?
No, so you're saying them not have no designated person when them say, oh, them not have no like them not say designated. So your selection is wicket keeper.
Then you have to pick a keeper for this cricket.
No, you got to select 11 player and then you decide who are going to be the wicket keeper. May I ask?
No, man, you pick your keeper special.
So you pick slips specially?
No.
How in the game you just put the person who I feel a slips, right?
Yeah. You pick you put the best slip fielder them a slip.
You put the best slip fielder a slip when you go out there on the field.
Yes.
Okay, but that's all still card. That means that before when the team pick the bowler them specially and then pick the wicket keeper specifically.
Yeah.
All right.
But where are you going with that? Because I know you know.
I didn't know. I just ask.
You didn't know that they pick specialist people to keep?
No, I never know. I think it's just a position and you just pick a man.
CC.
When you go out there, you decide which man I go feel at that position.
CC. As usual, you're talking crap.
No, I just ask.
But that's not strange when it comes to
I don't know.
You didn't know that them pick people specially to keep.
It is a fielding position, so I just think so them pick a man, and when you're ready to go field, you put him around, you put it's the best man to field right there.
Boy, I tell you, you're sounding away from it. But we're coming back after the break.
Oh, you mean I sound away? I just ask.
They sound ridiculous, brother. We're coming back after the break.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolios. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, CC, which argument you're trying for win now? Hello? Where is gone?
Line drop. Call us back if you can.
You don't understand what CC was saying, people? I mean, I get it. Do you pick specialist keepers? What was the point he was really trying to make? It's lost by me. And as for Badger, I don't know what point you were trying to make. One man takes wicket, 10 runs better in first class cricket, and almost 10 runs better in test cricket. And yet you say, if you had a choice as to which one you'd have bowl, you'd have take chase. And then you know so no win argument. You know, kill Orville Panerade. And I saw no so. Anyway, next guy. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Orville, Wagwan.
Yeah, who is?
Wagwan Zidane.
Good afternoon.
Jackson.
Yeah, sound like Jackson.
Jackson.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, when are you with?
Be there, man.
Orville, may I ask you a question? With the while there was some argument being posited around the likelihood of Shy Hope becoming the all-format captain.
Yeah, my understanding is that they offered him the job and he said he wasn't interested. To be the test captain as well.
So the first time they invite him to come take a knock, the 4-day format, him say, boy, I'm the one concentrate on.
No, they asked him to go to Australia.
Yeah.
You remember that series they were with
Draw? Yeah, and him the one concentrate on some more 4-day batting and
right.
But
I work on him red ball game. I think that's how he put it.
But did he focus any at all on improving his red ball game? And if not, why would they know think that he would be interested in becoming the captain if he never played a red ball cricket?
We're desperate, my boss. That is why. We are very desperate. I remember those were the days when you had to play red ball cricket to play test cricket. Now them changed that something now. So Sammy kind of said, yo man, come crack tuna, man. But we're desperate. You know, yesterday me and a cricketer attack. You see, 3-4 years ago, we had 3 or 4 men in the team. We are averaging at the 30s, So Bonner averaged 38. Blackwood was averaging in the 30s. Craig was averaging in the 30s. Kyle Mayers was averaging in the 30s. So although we never spent averaging in the 30s. And Brathwaite. Now only Brathwaite left. So all what you have in the Western is now is some 20 at average man, just like Hope there. You get
time
me?
for the man them realize that
so when them we say in other days when we used to argue against Hope, I had Myers, me have Blackwood, and me have Banner, me have 3 other men were averaging in the 30s, just and Hope in the 20s. Now them man in and play for whatever reason.
Change.
So Hope now is just as ordinary as the rest of them.
Most of the man them now got the better crop of players that we have.
Yeah.
Arguably the better crop of players that we have now go give up the white wall format for complete this cricket because of the money, the financial gain.
That is true as well. But
it's hard.
You know so what
rough power.
You know so what going on with the 2 man with them pick figure Ireland, brother. Shepherd and what the other one name. The man them just decide say, hey, what? IPL start back, You see this trip you go Ireland, count me out. And them something they not help you, brother.
No, go work out.
No, not that.
I mean, what's up? I mean, Rustan Chase among the set up persons that they interviewed with all 6. I mean, if you lucky eye and shake up the bag and pick out a name, any name come out of that bag, they wouldn't be all right.
All right, you see that selection.
Them average.
You see that selection process. Chris Derring was a was one of the persons who did the interviews. I will be talking to Chris Derrick this week, so I'm gonna listen out for that as to why we needed 6 people to interview, what the interview consists of, why we need to figure that route. Probably sometime tomorrow. So I'm gonna listen out for that one. That joke, brother.
It to be around being a little bit more transparent to with against the background of the dwindling.
Man, when you struggle, yes, never in the history of West Indies cricket from where I play Test cricket from where I kill.
More candidates of here.
We ever have 6 man a interview for you don't know what that means, big man. You may have 2 people in the record, but 6. That is an index of. That's a good question. And I asked that question of some members of the hierarchy. But for some reason, West Indies don't want to play wicket keepers as specialist batsmen. I don't know why they have a problem with it. At once,
when you play, you don't play him as a specialist, a wicket keeper. You play him as a specialist. I think it pick 4, you know, keep the wicket. I hope they didn't.
May I try to tell us that they have an issue with doing that. Very rare throughout the history of West Indies cricket. Is a wicket keeper batsman get picked and as just a batsman.
Yeah.
Dujan get picked. I was batting, but within no time, I think David Williams did and them say, boy, you have to keep. Yes, once you can keep, the more make you keep. But Tevin Imlach and Joshua De Silva were among the best batsmen in our regional cricket this year. Yeah. But I don't know that they'll pick both and say one I want to keep and one I want to bat up the road.
Because I mean, now you have 2 of the better men.
Yeah.
Who happens to be wicket keeper, you have to pick one or the other and then go pick some little brown man who average less and then go bat up the other. That can't make sense.
It don't really make sense. For me,
but you try it, and if it don't work out, then you revert
for me,
whatever the other plan is.
For me, both of that play. But me not think about it that way.
Yeah, easy decision.
But then again,
but make one go bat up the other and another keep.
Then again, Darren Sammy is known to be a kind of radical mind. So who knows what he will do.
Yeah, what the argument about what's his name? One of the T20 specialists, Rutherford and all those. That man would have looked
them like Rutherford. Them like Rutherford. I've been telling you this for months. Them like him. Them thinking can back.
Rutherford, I'll give up the money cricket for come play Test cricket.
No, but if the money don't clash, if the time don't clash, and if him now for complain, will it afford
inevitably it will. It usually is the case, because if that wasn't the case, we'd have more the poor runs and stuff available for play.
I'm going to leave you on this. The problem that the players had was not playing Test cricket per se. I've tried to explain that. The problem that the players had was the route that them did have to do for play Test cricket. When you tell them, so them have to play whole heap of 4-day cricket for play Test cricket. A Test match last 5 days, Them enough of them want to play Test cricket, but they don't want to give up lucrative money for play 6 weeks of regional cricket, of regional 4-day cricket. Now that you take away that part of the qualification, where them no must play 6-7 rounds of first class cricket anymore, where you can just call them from out of the IPL or out of Bangladesh League and say, yo, we want you come crack the first 2 tests against Australia. They probably would still be losing money, but they're not going to lose like if you did ask them to come play 6-7 rounds of first class cricket. So some of them will actually, because if you talk to Brandon and enough of them, man, they want to play Test cricket, But that 7-week thing, they are first class cricket rough. And that was up to last year where you have to do for play Test cricket. So it's not so much Test cricket them not like. Although that is the case with some.
Money, I go with
yeah, man. The money did it. The money is a part.
Zidane. And Cavalier for the 3rd round, I think. 3rd time in
trilogy.
Back to back as well?
Trilogy.
Back to back.
Yeah, man. It's a trilogy. Yes.
Yeah. So this part is your take on what do you think it look like?
Mount Pleasant.
Cavaliers or Mount Pleasant?
Mount Pleasant are going to win.
1% are going to win.
Yes.
Why is that? He look out against Stopper the other day and use the keeper and say, boy, if him want
and
to the finals, if he put back in first class, in national keeper the goal.
Yeah, and that
he did well yesterday.
He did well, but that equalizer, I mean, I think Shaquan Davis would have parried that ball into the path of Fletcher like that. He was a pretty decent keeper, and a lot of persons who may talk to us say, listen, he's a good keeper, Zidane. So they are too deep. They are too deep in every position. I think them have because Cavaliers is not playing as well as they did last season. You know.
Fatigue, much of Cavaliers.
I'm wondering. I wonder because they never look good against Portmore. It's just them experience of because while they have young players, these players have played football and high quality and competitive football at this level for quite some time now, so they have that experience. So I think I prevail at the end, but against OnePlus, I think it's going to be too much for them.
Yeah, but what is it? What is the lead time or the rest time between
the game
and the final?
The game is Friday, Labor Day, Stadium.
Oh, the Cavaliers get enough time to relax, man. They have enough money. Them can lie down on one beach somewhere and chill them and kick back themselves.
Yeah, I guess so.
And relax.
So there are Monday, yeah, man. Yeah. Enough time that for real. Yeah, man.
Yeah, enough time that. So I could say go.
Yeah.
But should be fun. I can snatch it still.
You think so? It should be fun. Yeah. It should be fun. I see Speed setting the stage. I saw somebody told me about it and I watched the clip. He's saying that, boy, they are the favorites. They have all the talent. They have all the money. They brought in players from all around the region.
They can match Mount Salem for Mount, with the name? Mount Pleasant for money. Because that little thing that go on for them, they ensure that finance is not going to them.
Him still can't match that man.
Well, maybe not much it.
Not maybe he can't.
1 for 1, but money.
But him not broke now. Him can't do him. Look, him can't do the monetary things. Yeah. Them not available to him last season. They're available to him now.
Nutrition can be taken care of. The players them needs can be taken care of. Nobody can ball at them baby mother and get them here and
the Cavalier man them. The Cavalier man them get a nice little bonus, you know, brother. After that, Miami.
Yeah, there you go.
Can't tell you no much, but a little food run.
Big up my friend Omar Stanley.
All right, big up. All right.
Anyway, Jenko people, big up on yourself.
Yeah, man. Big up Jackson. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, man. It's all right.
615-2841. We'll take the break. We'll be back. It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by EdgeChem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich. Players are facing sanctions after a campaign against homophobia in the French football top flight was again marred in controversy. League's one anti-homophobia symbol was covered up on their shirts by Olympic Lyonnais midfielder Naminja Matic and Lavier's Ahmed Hassan, while Nantes forward Moussafi Ahmad withdrew from his side's crunch relegation decider against Montpellier. It has also been alleged that Lens defender Jonathan Granet was heard using homophobic insults in the tunnel at halftime during their game against Monaco. And that's your Sports in a Minute. Sports in a Minute was sponsored by EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich financing.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstone, Heineken, True Milk, Ranks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst. Choose Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart, best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Lotteries Act. Something good. Hey, joins me, Jermaine Morgan, popular known as Brother Frisco, on Omega Radio Thursdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. through to 9 inside the Praise the Lord show, and Saturdays and Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio show. Tune in and be blessed. You can't afford to miss this show with Brother Frisco on your radio. What you gotta
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we're back. Some text. YouTube thing or the WhatsApp? Anyone? All right, let's go to the YouTube. All right, so people would be on the YouTube, so that's so I go on. If the Chase decision was an outrage, Warwick as VC is absolutely horrendous. That was Demo, Dre. And then Demo, you have some more to get Badger after reading now and them something there, but make we go down and get somebody else. CTM Jamaica says Speed is the best football coach bar none. Good points those Orville, Reed, King, and Atkinson. Joseph Grant. Oh, this couldn't be the Joseph Grant that used to play for Jamaica. Good day, Orville and Zidane. Yo, this is the best ever talk show. Me no want the man them mash it up. This is what's CC is argue that bowler is a position, so the cricket field team
No, then remember if me a call and you say certain things. Then in a reflective man.
All right.
So anyways, you tell us all like Zidane, you say something about
you were being tongue in cheek when you asked that question there.
Yeah, man, I was being tongue in cheek.
Okay. All right, that's check.
I wasn't being serious. Come on. Serious man. By the way, moving on from that.
But come tomorrow, me I can use that plan you. So you don't even know so we can keep
I use it, but you were being serious for the time. But me never go back on the topic. Me just come from a different.
All right, anyway, different.
Yeah.
Different. Which era in a basketball you'd say is the best era in terms of the best era to you?
No.
Era given like
players, the skill set.
all right, so in terms of parity, when you look on parity, right? We know parity does mean the talent level or the skill level is not far. Like the best we are talking about playoff. The best playoff team is not.
No, I'm not talking about any teams versus teams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the quality of the players all round.
No, I am talking. All right, you're talking about the quality of the team.
We're not comparing. We're not comparing a team from now to a team from the 90s. A team from the 90s.
So you don't compare. The parity thing. No, really. That no care no weight. That's a 0%.
I don't understand the point.
Meaning that in the last 5 years since Toronto won the championship, nobody has repeated. So what that not carry no weight in terms of to say if the league better now than before.
Oh well, yeah, man, that's what they carry some weight because at the highest level for you that nobody can be dominant. It means the league is producing more quality players, so it means more quality teams. So it's harder to win 3, 4, 5 in a row.
All right, so you would say then in the 70s, then that means that the 70s is better than every other decade in the NBA, bar in this decade.
No, remember I said it would play a part, and I never said it.
No, just ask you a question.
No, but that is a ridiculous question because I never said it was the whole.
All right,
I
so
said it played it could play 2%, So I don't know why you left from me saying it plays a part. Oh, that means that the 70s was the best era then. My boss.
Right.
Do better than that, man.
It plays, you say it plays 2%. In the 70s.
No, I just given an example, man. Lord, I just give an example why you just jump from one thing to the other.
How much waiting do you?
I would have to think about it, my boss.
You'd have to think about it.
Yes, but it must play a role. It must play a role that nobody's able to dominate like the Bill Russell team winning 9 out of 11 championship.
No, but remember, as I said, that's why I bring up the 70s, where in the 70s decade, there was 8 French champions. In the 70s.
Yeah.
Nobody repeated.
So what's the point?
No, I'm saying nobody repeated. So if we should give a weighting to that, then we could say based on that part of the criteria, then it would be better than the 80s, better than the 90s.
No, you don't reason like that.
Well, anyway, so may I say to you, the thing about the NBA is this, right?
Yes.
The league history. Because them are show you, say, if I should list some superstars saying that since Michael Jordan's last ring was 98, and between 93, you would have Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Steph Curry, LeBron James. They superstars we're talking about, not superstars alone on the team, but they were part of teams that have won 18 out of the 25 championships in that period, right? Before Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and William George Michael, and a couple other guys, like about 9 of them, 9 superstars. They are a part of teams that have been to 48 of the 77 championships. So 62% basically are the rings are teams that those players are participated in. The league came with a collective bargaining agreement where you notice teams like the team there, the Clippers. I think they had the Warriors at Jordan Poole. Remember when the Warriors at Jordan Poole?
Yes.
And they just traded them?
Mm-hmm.
Back in that era when they were going to back-to-back finals, the Warriors would have not necessarily traded Jordan Poole because they were going far over the luxury tax, far over the salary cap at that point in time. But there wasn't this penalization that it is there now. In terms of if they have 2 aprons, the first apron, the second apron, if you go over it, they can freeze your draft picks. There are certain things in the collective bargaining agreement that makes teams that want to build their roster a certain type of way, that the way in which Golden State was building their roster, not really watching the dollar. So they were in the luxury tax every year.
Yeah, what's your overall point?
No, man, my overall point is because of the rules in the league. Because we said all of these players, most of these players came in the league in 09, 10, 11. But we had repeat champions. We had LeBron James, the Miami Heat. We had Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors and those things. We had Kobe Bryant and Los Angeles Lakers. But based on this collective bargaining agreement that the league would have put in place in terms of negotiating, it is much more difficult to build your roster like those teams. So therefore, the talent and even some rotation pieces that are of a certain amount would be spread amongst different teams. So teams weren't able, unlike Boston, who tried to keep Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, teams are not able to have so many guys earning a certain amount of money. So it's much more difficult for them to build a roster that can go to back-to-back finals, much less win back-to-back championships.
But then Denver Nuggets are pretty much the same team the next year.
No, but Denver Nuggets is thinner this year than compared to certain.
No, I'm saying they won a couple of years ago, but they retained the key players.
They retained some of the key players, but I'm saying to you, even some players that were coming into the franchise.
Which key player left?
I'm saying they retained the key player.
Yes, and they didn't win. So I don't buy that argument. Let me ask you a question. What was the main reason why LeBron James went to so many NBA finals in your opinion?
What was the main reason?
Yes.
The teams had the flexibility to afford different pieces around it.
No, the main reason why LeBron James went to so many NBA finals was because the talent in the Eastern Conference was significantly less than the talent in the West, my boss.
No, all right. So listen to
the better team. No, matter try that, man. Just accept the point, man. The better teams were in the Western Conference, so it was easier for LeBron because LeBron James is special, So you put LeBron James with some good players in the Eastern Conference, he's going to dominate. You bring him to the West now, it's far more difficult because the competition in the Western Conference is stronger. So I'm giving you an example as to why it's talent make it difficult for you to repeat and treat the boss. The more talent you have to face, CC, the more. Let me finish the point, now, my boss. I allowed you to speak for a long time. The more talent you have to face, my boss, the more difficult it will be for you to dominate, to win back to back to back to back. That's just the reality. The reason why the last back-to-back champions was a super team, my boss, with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Kevin Durant, Andre Iguodala. That was just a super team.
All right.
So I'm saying, if you're not a super team, it's going to be almost impossible for you to just win back to back to back championship in this era. Too much talent is around.
All right, so let me highlight.
It's not like one time when Michael Jordan beat up Patrick Ewing and Reggie Miller. The superstar at Indiana Pacers was Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller would not be a superstar in any good team now. Patrick Ewing would not be a superstar in most good teams now, but they were a superstar on their team and then Michael Jordan used to beat up. So the talent level is completely different.
Listen to me. It's not necessarily the talent.
If you switch out Giannis and Patrick Ewing, boss, I'm saying to you, if you switch out Patrick Ewing with Giannis and to the Kumpi, boss, you know that next would be in the finals every year. Giannis can't get out of the first round now. The talent level is so high.
I am saying to you, it's not necessarily the talent level because I'm saying a lot of these talents were in the league.
But see, the NBA is getting players generally now from all over the world. Remember, they used to bring in players from across the globe before. You know? It's not new, you know what I'm saying? Because basketball. Let me make the point, don't see. Basketball has expanded. Basketball has expanded so much now. The world loves it so much more now that people that develop basketball players at a high level in other countries outside America. So you have the dominant Americans being there now, and they have people like Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, and Antetokounmpo. So more talent, more human beings in the world want to become great basketball players, and they're working hard to do so. So just logically, you're going to have more talent generally across the board now than in the 90s and the 80s, my boss. What are you arguing, CC? That's just logical, brother. What did I argue, CC? Just accept my logical point, my boss, man. No, it doesn't mean LeBron James is greater than Michael Jordan.
Jesus Christ, man, come on, just talk. Is this a call-in show or this is a pastor show? The preaching show is probably in the morning. Between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. And them time you preach.
Anyways,
calling that conversation. I am saying to you, Zidane, the conversation is unlike how those teams were being built. For example, Eric Garden was on Clippers roster. Eric Garden contract come up to 100 million. Clippers, before the new collective bargaining agreement, Clippers could have keep Eric Garden, You know what they have to do? Let him go. The money in order to build a roster, the NBA is moving towards a much harder salary cap. It's much more difficult for you to go over the salary cap than before. When you used to can go over the salary cap and go on in the luxury tax, you can add more stars to your team. So it could create a team where you can say, this roster can go to back-to-back finals and can win the potential of a back-to-back championship.
What I'm saying, all of that you're making, me not respect the point. Me not rate the point because I'm saying Tony Kukoc was the third best player on a team that won multiple championship back to back. I'm saying to you, Tony Kukoc could not make a lot of these teams that can't win any championship now. He would struggle, my boss. Tony Kukoc would struggle to make the Denver Nuggets team, and they got bounced in the second round. I'm saying to you, Tony Kukoc would struggle to make this Denver team, and Denver is struggling to come out of the second round.
The same like now, Zidane. Teams won in the 70s.
You're rambling, my boss. We're gone, I said. CC, we're gone.
We're leaving it there, CC.
CC.
You did not know that in the 70s they had 8 champions.
You can't analyze sports, CC. That's your problem.
You see, this is the problem. It's the point. You're probably not making no sense, Zidane. You probably don't make sense.
Make we leave it there, CC. Make we leave it there. You can always come back tomorrow. With that, we'll take a break. We'll be back.
Set the trend.
The Trend-Setting Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., is Jamaica's #1 call-in sports program. Join me, Orville Higgins, and me, Christopher Zidane Matthews, as we continue to take call-in sports discussions to the highest levels on radio. The Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., on Jamaica's #1 sports radio station. The hour between 3 and 4 p.m. is sponsored by Western Sports, the sports people, with locations in Kingston, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay.
Tracy, who you go give on now? You're too fast. Hey, me I got Jotex now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them. Me can't get some? No, go buy your own. Hey.
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right.
Conditions apply.
Praise the Lord. Greetings and salutations to all of our wonderful, wonderful friends all over Jamaica. Listen, this is Dr. John Wayne Manning from Omega Church and Omega Radio. It has always been my dream to establish community work here in Jamaica. Television, church, humanitarian work here in Jamaica. And as you know, we have been doing the radio since 2022. The time has come that we're calling all helper, kingdom-minded citizens, putting together this team in Jamaica. We're looking for helpers, kingdom-minded helpers, from hospitality, humanitarian, administration, coordination, media, for television and radio production. If you're looking for more and you'd like to be a part of this team from Omega Center, Jamaica, I'd like you to give me a call. 876-204-9356. If you'd like to do more, serve more. This is for serious leaders that really, really want to make an impact in the life of our fellow Jamaicans for the Lord Jesus Christ. Text me at that line, and a member of my US team or European team will reach out back to you. Thank you and God bless you. I hope you're ready to serve. Text me at 876-204-9356. A member of my team will reach out to you expeditiously to expedite this help. Omega Center Jamaica, local team invitation. Be a part of it. Let's change Jamaica and make Jamaica great again.
Down on my knees, I've learned to stay.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
You know, I've just discovered something quite interesting. But you may come back, and I hope you're listening. Nobody who have any cricketing sense will tell you that Chase is the better bowler to Raheem Carroll. Again, let me repeat the testing quickly. One is taking wickets at 46, the other one was taking wickets at 37. That's all, that pushing up to a 10 runs gap. First class cricket, one was Ruston Chase in first class cricket was taking wickets at 33 apiece, while Cornwall was 23 apiece. So as a bowler, it is obvious that Cornwall was the better bowler. But you know, when you look at it as all-rounders now, if you had to decide who was the better all-round cricketer, and I wasn't arguing for Cornwall to come in the team as an all-rounder. I was saying, you can't take so much wicket a year time and I'm playing. The gap between them as all-rounders, it is almost a dead heat in a people. At test level, Ruston Chase averages 26. Cornwall average 18. So Ruston averaged 8 more runs with the bat than Cornwall in a test cricket.
Big up to the listeners and everybody. Yeah. Zidane, first of all, you're the basketball. I'll go near you beat up a Reggie Miller. You out of Reggie Miller or Brand. So which of them more what are the words?
Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson better than Reggie Miller by far.
You don't really know about Reggie Miller though.
I mean, we don't know about Reggie Miller.
You know, that Reggie Miller play long in career, have a very long career.
No man, he was a very good basketball player, man.
Yeah, man, but at the back end and career.
No, man, I'm not talking about the back end. I'm not talking about the back end. I'm talking about prime Reggie Miller, my boss. He was predominantly a shooter.
Yeah.
He's closer to what Klay Thompson is doing as a basketball player than anything else.
There are a player named Trey Young down at Atlanta in there.
Yeah.
Him remind me of Reggie Miller somewhat.
No, sir. Reggie Miller can't play basketball like Trey Young.
What must say? All right, you must say.
And Reggie Miller was an elite player in the league, my boss, and a carried team to NBA finals and everything.
When Reggie Miller and I'm prime, Reggie Miller was a very good basketball.
I agree, but he can't play basketball like most of them people. Yeah, because the era was not as that's the point I'm making. But that's the point I'm making though. He would be a Klay Thompson if he played now.
No man.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Here we go on.
I'm doubting better than Klay Thompson either.
Here we go on, brother. He play very long.
No, sir, I'm not using that to judge him, boss. I'm talking about prime Reggie Miller. He was just not a skillful basketball player. Realin, him and Realin similar. I think Realin better. Realin does more. Can create his own shot. And
he must a little bit ahead of Realin.
No man, Realin slightly better.
The era.
Yeah, but I'm saying Realin was more developed as a basketball talent than Reggie Miller.
No man.
I'm going to rank Realin ahead of Reggie Miller on my all-time list.
When the first time I think Realin there box, Sam Cassell and Glenn Robbins, I think.
Yes. There was a big tree there, yeah.
And yeah. And Reggie Miller at Pearson with Rhodes was there.
I think Jalen was there at one point. Rick Smith, the Davis brothers, and Mark Jackson was there at one point as well.
And all right. And
that little team that we had, that team that would just give Michael Jordan trouble here and there, my boss. A regular team that my boss if them play now. They would not come out of the first round. That team that couldn't come out of the first round in the Western Conference, no, my boss.
You can't look at him numbers.
No, man, I know how good he was, my boss. He was a brilliant shooter. Yes, so he would be a nice third option to have now on a team.
No, man.
But that man was a main man on a team that was competing in the East.
Yeah.
He would be a third option on most good teams now. Because the talent level is so high in basketball.
Because it's on the numbers. We never look at the numbers.
I think he averaged about 18, 19 points per game.
Because I know what the team numbers come down. Because I play very long. When him become like second and third.
Yeah, man, but in general, yeah, an average around 19. At him best, you can say him is at 20, 21 points per game score, probably.
Right. And where is the one of the big shooter name, man? The one to take over from him.
Curry?
Yeah.
Curry averaged about 24 points per game.
About 24.
Yeah.
So about 3 or 4 points.
No, but we not include Curry's bad years now. If you include that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But
so you would compare Reggie Miller to Curry? No, sir.
No.
Golf.
Marriott champion. Marriott winning in a
whether them win or not, him not close to Curry in terms of ability.
Curry has about him, man. Him have an X factor.
Curry the one alien talent, no boss. You know, see, you have a guard Curry at the half court.
Him have something about him where
him handles him. That's at the point I'm making because
Yeah, but brother,
And
Rastan Chase, his last 2.5 years of Test cricket, was averaging 17 with the bat.
But some man when I go again.
In other words, he was batting worse than what you say Hodge them and Atanis them do for the last 2.5 years.
But even
and 48 with the ball.
John Campbell is the Orville. At 23 the man average, you know.
That's the point. So although Chase averaged 26 overall the last 2.5 years, in other words, if he should come back and perform at the level in him last 2 years, him would be worse than every batsman. Most of them.
He's not gonna perform at a level. I mean, the captain to bring out something in some people. Where
sometimes it make you perform worse as well.
No man, you know perform most at 26, 25 or 26 or whatever.
Big man, I'm saying captaincy can either rise your game or the weight of captaincy.
It's a rise in game, man.
Well, you're a prophet. Tell me the latter number.
The thing, because all right, it's going to end up with we have fifth as a fifth option. He's going to be the fifth option in terms of the bowler. But me I look on it. The thing with it, what me not like with it, Avila, the vice captain.
Yeah.
Because to me, you know, our number one spinner really is Modi, you know.
No man, Jamel Warrican is averaging 27 as a Test match week. My problem with Warrican is why make a 32-year-old your vice captain. Chase is mostly 33. If you're going to have a vice captain, clearly somebody where you look one long term. Why would you have a 33-year-old captain and a 32-year-old vice captain?
You are the number thing and just pure numbers in a man.
Then what you want me work with?
Yeah, you number that signals, man. You must have some
why do you say Moti is a better Test match bowler than?
Yes,
than
man.
Then tell me based on what? You say enough use numbers. Why you use answer that?
Imagine itis. Me can't tell you more itis.
Okay.
All right. How much more the average
in Test cricket?
Right. I'll
go and tell you in a little bit. Keep listening.
What I say? When I say more the ball, because more they tend to fly the ball more now. He's a more attacking bowler.
No, I'm in a business. What kind of style you're using? How much people are out?
He bowl at a flatter trajectory.
Yeah, but whether you bowl flat or you fly at the ball,
right.
So that may use judge.
He's probably the last time he hear him talk, I just say Bobby them talk a very good game.
Yeah, man.
But a lot of time you hear him talk, he might talk like he might learn. He just learn the art. Because some people learn later, you know.
What makes you say he's better than Warrican?
Warrican, what I'm saying, all right. The last time I hear Warrican spoke, which was in Pakistan, he spoke about the pace. He's just learning the pace at which to bowl.
You know, answer the question. I answer you.
No, me I tell you. Yeah. So when Modi come now, when that farm Modi...
Why you call him Modi though? Him name Moti. Gudakesh Moti.
When name?
Moti.
Moti.
M-O-T-I-E, yeah.
Moti, yeah. When I saw him boy, you know...
Hold on, we give you 1 minute. 1 literal minute after that. Hold on.
All right.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
Go straight to Western Sports for all your track and field needs, like spikes, high jump equipment, throwing implements, hurdles, not to mention your team tracksuits, running tights, vests, and shorts.
The time by Western Sports, the sports people, is
3 o'clock. Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Leon, it looked like he never bad in the never know. I know Moto was doing well, but I never realized he so well. He's doing very well too, you know.
What average?
Based on what I say, so he's averaging 27 with the ball. Similar level. Warwick in the same range. 27.
All right. What I say? You know what we call attacking spinner, Orville?
Yeah, man. Man, we fly the ball
up, right?
Yeah.
Which the defensive spinner now will fire your team.
Yeah.
And don't want to get hit.
Yeah, the attacking spinner want out you. The
Right.
defensive spinner
All
want
so
continue.
a defensive spinner now more do well in a like a limited over. Don't it? But the attacking spinner will
You are saying
attract the shot.
no, generally what you remember brother Anil Kumble?
He want more defense. Yeah,
A man take
never
600
fly.
and test wicket on a flight, no ball, all no winner, brother. So it depends.
But him is
There was a brother
general,
named
because you can't go to the exception.
No man, I am saying a brother named Derek Under would never use a flight ball either.
Thing you not fly either. The one on India right now.
Who that?
The left arm. What name?
Oh, left arm thing there.
At two of them down there, boy. The left arm one.
No, him no flight neither. Me know who you are. What
No,
name again, man? Them call him. Yeah, me know who you are.
But in a general.
So you can get a bag of test wickets without being an out and out flight of the ball.
But in a test cricket in general, and we're not seeking the exception in general. Me prefer the man will fly the ball. That's how I grew up on cricket, Orville.
All right, I hear it.
The test bowler, the number one test bowler, more want him to fly the ball.
Me want you for out, Pete. Anyhow you can out.
and then Morty is the number one. He was the number one. He is the number one. You have to displace him, and he is not being displaced as yet.
All right, I'm going to fit this up.
Right, all right. Big up yourself.
Cool. Music selection, a start. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns. Oh, Miss B, just put it up so we can see what is what right there. No, it's not. It's not. No. All right, there we go. Brought to you by it gone again. Put it up again. But yeah, brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. And the second song selection is one. Oh, this is one of the more popular ones. Grace Thrillers, Can't Even Walk.
Number one would surely be me. I thought I could be what I wanted to be. I thought of myself as a mighty big name, but I can't even walk without you holding my hand. Can't even walk, no, without you holding my hand. The mountain is too high, and the valley is too wide, down on my I've made Jesus my all in all. From now on His name, I'm surely gonna call. And if I don't trust Him, I'd be less than a woman, 'cause I can't even walk without Him holding my hand. Thank you, Jesus. Can't even walk, can't even without you holding my hand. Oh, Jesus, the mountain is too high, and the valley is too wide. Down on my knees, I've learned to stand. Can't even walk, without you holding my hand. So hold my hand. Can't even walk, without you holding my hand. Can't even walk. The mountain is too high. The valley is too wide. Down on my knees, I've learned to stand. Can't even walk, without you holding my hand. Can't even walk, without you holding my hand. The mountain is too high, and the valley is too wide. Down on my knees, I'm gonna stay. I've learned to stay. Can't even walk, no, without you holding my hand. Can't even walk, so help me, Jesus, without you holding my hand. Can't even walk. The mountain is too high. Sometimes the mountain's too high, and sometimes the valley's too wide. Down on my knees,
All right, then, so that's great thrillers. Now, some interesting thing coming through. You know that we will play 2 A-team, quote-unquote, test matches against South Africa. I think they will be played down at Darren Sammy in a June, or well, May 21st to June 11th, I understand. Now listen to the teams now. Got the team them name. Tevin Imlak will captain the team for the first test. Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, you remember the brother with I think him come from Lee, whatever one of them side. Bowl well. Kevlin Anderson, Alec Athanaze, John Campbell, Kavem Hodge, Mikhail Louis, Joan Lane, Kari Pierre, Kamoy Savory, OJ Shields, the Jamaican piece, O'Shane Thomas comes back as well. So they're asking Imlak to captain the first test in that, quote unquote test against South Africa. For test 2, Warwickon will captain. And then there's Craig Brathwaite, Kevlin Anderson, Joel Andrew, Alec Athanaze, John Campbell, Justin Greaves, Tevin Imlak, Shamar Joseph, Johan Lane, Kamoy Savory, OJ Shields. Now the first thing that jumps out is that Joshua De Silva is not going to be playing in any one of these 2 games, these 2 tests, which says to me that Imlak is the man that they're looking at to keep in that test match against Australia, which was the point I was making. Anyway, what do? We go back on? All right. So Imlak, who is the captain of Guyana, will captain one of the 18 tests. And Jamel Warrican will captain the other. Interesting. No, the silver. We go back online. Oh, text. Oh, the WhatsApp text. All right, let's squeeze in a few.
Text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Zidane Pacers' best player now is Halliburton, and they are in the ECF. I suppose that means the Eastern Conference Final. Are you saying he's a better player than Reggie?
Yeah, clearly he is, my boss. For that texter, yes, Halliburton is a much, I wouldn't even use the word much, but definitely more talented, more skilled, better basketball player.
All right, so listen, Badger. Orville, Orville, I did not say Chase was better than Cornwall. But Badger, if you had the choice between Chase and Cornwall as a bowler, you would go with Chase. Why would you say you would go with Chase if you didn't think he was better than Cornwall? You're sounding even more ridiculous now. You did not say Chase was better than Cornwall, but you say you would pick Chase over Cornwall. Why then? Why? On what basis? Because that don't make no sense either, Badger. If you are arguing at a level and your cognitive sense there, the reason why you'd pick one man over the next man is because you think him better. Then why else would you pick him? Why, Badger, you're not sound good at all. CC, Badger is just a circus clown. This is Trevor from Kingston. CC is a real chatterbox. Trevor from Kingston. Trevor from Kingston, call the thing one at a time, man. Here's another one. Badger is the worst caller to this program. He's so petty. He sleeps and dreams to take on Orville. Why, I want to tell you, he's not the only one. But Badger, think about it now, man. The stats show you that it's not close between Cornwall and Raston as a bowler. One is taking test wickets at 9 runs better, brother. And you might say, well, sample size small, because it's only 10 tests. Fat man play. All right, fine. Go back to first class. Two of them play over 100 first class games. But one man take wickets at 10 runs cheaper at that level as well. So now that you know that, Badger, because I know probably you did not know that. Now that you know that, if you had to pick between the two of them as a spinning option, which one you'd have picked? Boy. Anyway, always stay now. 615-2841. So if you want to hear the A team again, we can announce it, but we hope to hear from you on the other side.
We'll take a break. We're coming back.
What if you could protect your child from cancer? The human papillomavirus, or HPV, causes cervical and other cancers. But one simple vaccine today can help prevent cancer later. The HPV vaccine is safe and effective and offers protection against cancers caused by HPV infection. The vaccine is now available for boys and girls 9 to 14 years old and adults and girls 15 to 17 and women up to 26. HPV vaccination is cancer prevention. Immunize to maximize your child's health. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, West Indies has also named the 50 over team. The teams I gave you earlier were the test match, test, quote unquote test. But here are the 50 overs players for the West Indies A tour or Tingans. It's a tour. I think they are coming. Alec Athens will captain. Kadim Alain, Kevin Anderson, Jadiah Blades, Darrell Cyrus, Jid Gooley, Javel Glenn. You remember Javel Glenn, the Jamaican, what a decent run in the 40. He forces his way in. Marquino Minley, Shakir Paris, Kari Pierre, Kamoy Savory, O'Shane Thomas, Gilson Tyson, and Kevin Wickham. So 3 Jamaicans. So that is Javel Marquino and O'Shane Thomas are in the 50 overs A-team squad. Wish them the best. Big up to Javel especially. All right. So we will be talking to Chris Derring tomorrow at 5 minutes after 1 o'clock. He was very close to the process of this interview thing and know all what go on as the CEO. So if you want to hear that interview, some interesting questions will be asked. Why the need for 6 names? What was the process? How important was some other things? So listen out for that interview tomorrow as the program starts with the new CEO, Mr. Derring himself. All right, back online.
Hey, Orville. Zidane, what's up?
Good afternoon,
Dangerous inside. You all good?
Yes, man.
All right, cool. Well, I'll get to the cricket. But, yo, Orville, you see this thing with Baggio? I've heard Baggio speak on this before. And I think what Baggio has said, and because he has said this several times before, is that he's saying that Cornwall not good. And there's no need to be taking special care in selecting Cornwall because he can just, in fact, he had this famous saying he can just put all the spinners in a hat and just pull out anyone. But he's saying all the ratings that he had for Cornwall was unnecessary because Cornwall not good. And now, with what is happening in the cricket, he's saying that it proved to you that Cornwall not good because Sidier players are being selected ahead of Cornwall, like Warwican.
Then if Cornwall, all right, if Cornwall not good and him better than Chase as a spinner, then what does that say about Chase? Who he would have played over Cornwall?
Yeah, I think that's a bigger point. No, I'm really down on the Cornwall thing.
And I'm saying if he
at that time thing, and I must say the spinners, them and all the noise you make about. Where's I call you come out and I say, well, prepare ground, especially.
He never tell us a Cornwall is good enough.
Baggio has long been saying that the spinners, them in the Caribbean, that them
no
good.
Man, don't try to save him. I know you're going to come on.
I'm not saving him.
Man say he would pick. No. Say he would pick Chase over Cornwall.
No, Baggio make fun of me. Baggio make fun of me about the thing, because I'm pro.
Who would you, if you had to pick one of them to bowl for you? Who would you pick? Rastan or
what kind of, no, it's not a question, Orville. That's a silly question.
No, well, that is the question.
That's not really what Baggio's angle is. Baggio's
you can't waste your time.
This thing of selecting Caribbean spinners in seaters and call for.
So why would he pick Chase?
He was saying this emphasis on the spinners is
yes, but why would he pick Chase? Why would he pick Chase?
He was saying pick Chase because Chase can answer back, and the spinner's not going to give you anything more than what Chase going to give you.
I am saying the difference between Chase as an all-rounder and Cornwall as an all-rounder is
no, man. The difference between the part-time stuff that you'll get from Chase and what Cornwall will give you, he's saying that is not much.
It is
picking the specialist.
At Test cricket, if you call a 10-run gap not much, then I understand. I think you understand.
I tell you Baggio's position.
But Baggio's position was wrong. One man take wickets 10 runs cheaper than the other man, big man. You know what that means in our test match?
Yeah, but Carl on the side, no, not true.
No, because so what's the point?
Remember, same laugh after me with this already.
No, but the fact that Cornwall is
in the side.
Then the fact that Cornwall is in the side.
From this whole Chase thing happened.
But Cornwall not play the last.
After me with Cornwall.
But I don't know why the Cornwall not pick the last 4 or 5 series where we play him about.
Yeah. So anyway, we don't spend a whole heap of time. But just do and clarify that's a theme argument. That's a theme particular.
But you must say the argument don't make no sense. Why you coming and talking it like it makes sense?
Rastan
Chase is not a better bowler than Cornwall. Everybody said that.
More, but I don't think he's truly comparing Chase as a bowler with Cornwall. He's saying, don't take care in selecting Cornwall. You're not going to get anything.
The man says if he had to choose between Cornwall as a spinner and Chase as a spinner, I'm on Chase. He's a fat man can't bowl.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but let's move on from that because we have bigger fish to fry. We don't want to talk about that. We want to talk about number one. Listen to me. Come tomorrow morning, or maybe after the first test start, I'm 100% behind Rastan Chase being captain of the West Indies. I'm rallying behind him. I'm rallying for him to the well. In fact, we don't even know if he won't turn out to be the next great West Indian leader. You know, that's all possible. Up until that time, my position is as foolishness to West Indies cricket board. Though. This is absolute garbage. This is absolute rubbish. And all of this started with the process what them put in, that them put in front of us. How can you be looking to select players to captain a team and several of them players that can't even command a Space 19? Look what happened to Da Silva. Look what happened to Da Silva now. Da Silva can't even make a 18 right now. See? You guys look on me and tell me that a player. When average Orville for the last 10 test matches before them kick him 17.
That's a chase attack.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
17. 17. How you can bring a man in at the side with 17 to come captain?
And 48 with the ball. Don't.
And 48 with the ball. What kind of foolishness?
What is he done in regional?
I want to tell me, say, the biggest thing that a captain has to work with is not his own tactics and thing, but the resources in the team.
What has he done in the regional cricketing since he was?
No. Chase has been slick. Chase show up like a one match. Average of 58 or 100.
Yes.
And show up again for the rest of the season. So then play like a one game. I think last year must have played one game against the Leeward. Make a century. Don't play no more games. Show up again. Play one game. I think he played 2 games. So one good game against
make 100 this year too.
Campuses. Huh?
You make 100 this year too.
Yeah, man. Average 58. But Orville, when we did watch my youth Kavin Hopch play that sensational match against Barbados, make mostly 3/4 of the runs inside in that century. It did look like him at the hottest thing since sliced bread, true or false. But at the end of the season, after he played about 7 games, him not look all at him. So my thing is that if Chase wants to show that he's batting his bat for a season. Why does bat for 1 game or 2 games? Bat for a season.
But if you come back and bat for a game or 2 and get picked, I'm not Chase you for blame.
Listen, man, this thing is upsetting. Orville, you looked at the metrics where the man them used to select the players. The man them have 6 metrics. No, man, me wanted to ask this to Chris Derring tomorrow. The man them have 6 metrics, Zidane. None of the metrics them have nothing to do with player performance.
Yeah.
You understand that, Zidane?
Yes.
The man them look for leadership and the results are the psychometric test.
They are assuming that you're good enough to play.
What you talking about? What kind of madness is that?
No man. This
what do you mean by that?
The 6 candidates that them interview are all people who they think are dear and thereabouts for selection. In other words, all of them think that if you have a play, the team won't be unduly disadvantaged.
Listen, leadership, respect within the team, cricket knowledge, personal conduct, media and communication, psychometric tests. Nothing about the performance of the player.
The Bajan gone with it, man. Once you go to them something, they be telling the size of Bajan, I go get it, you know.
See, my opinion is simple now. Sammy from the get-go wanted Ralston Chase to be his captain. See? Especially after my boy Shea Hope turned it down. And they just simply design a process, a subjective process.
So why?
To give the
here's what I don't understand. If Sammy wanted Chase from the get-go, why not just say
not from the get-go? After Tigner turned it down.
After Hope turned it down. Why is Sammy not just? In other words, if Hope they do on the job, would they still have gone through this process? And that's one of the questions more asked Christian.
No, which is why I find all of this to be a sham. They never subjected Hope to this process.
Right.
Never hear about no 3 players and them.
So here's the question. If Hope, what we are hearing, because I'm not here to officially, we hear my thing.
No, man, they said it. They said Hope declined being among the selection team. You're talking in terms of giving him the job.
Exactly. I don't know that what Hope declined is the offer to captain or the offer to be part of the interview.
To be a part of this.
Yeah. So I've heard that. But we will ask Chris tomorrow. But what may I say? Until we know that, the next question redundant. But the man them gone with that. No. If if what he turned down was the actual captaincy, as opposed to being part of the panel, my question would be, why was he chosen for captain directly while the next set of captain I forgot to interviews?
That's a very, very good question.
Good.
But all of this thing in my eyes is just a sham to select to present a so-called process.
But the question, Chateau, is would they have this process if she hoped they wanted to decide?
You think they're going to look on you and tell you, yes, they would have had
this process? No, brother. That's why I got that. Listen, that one.
I mean, no, they wouldn't have had this process. Anyway, different thing. Orville, by the way, I want to look on them thing. I want to go on and recognize how administration impacts a team's performance. Because
administration administration does impact a team performance.
Yeah.
What me say is that an administration will make it dominate world level. Just remember what me say.
So if it impacted negatively.
No, man, then we know administration can move West Indies from number 9 to number 5 in I think, man.
Okay, so it can move it from number 9 to 5.
Yeah, but if you are going to be the number 1 team.
But you don't believe it can move it from 5 to 1?
No, not for no sustain. Player now.
Yeah, I said that make no sense. Let me talk about the 18 because I have to leave. It's dangerous in 5.
Yeah.
Important thing for the 18. You notice that John are playing both in both these 18 tests.
Yeah.
Which gives him, which to me suggests that they're looking at him strongly to replace Michael Lewis.
No, man, I made that point earlier. But not only did they even at the 2 18s, but he was interviewed for captain. Now, I don't think you're going to interview John for captain. I no plan for play.
No, we don't want to say that because that Silva get left. He was interviewed for captain and can't even make an 18 squad. So we don't want to use the logic because no line up for the Silva. And shows that Imlach is a player that them have very high regards for, by the way, as you can see, with him being asked to captain one of the team. One last thing.
I don't know if they have high regard for Imlach. I don't know because Imlach win the regional 4-day this year. It kind of would have hard to look past the regional 4-day champion captain, especially if I'm a player. So, my question.
Yeah. The one final thing. Your boy Jordan Johnson, nowhere to be found. This is a player who was dominating schoolboy cricket, dominating cricket at the under 19 level, come up to the big man cricket level. He's nowhere to be seen. And his Joel Andrews is now the new man what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Zidane did tell me again about I know when you get older and a cricket past the under 19 level and that's important how you did before. That Zidane did tell me about?
No, I can't. Can you start me school?
Okay. Huh?
You start me school now.
Yeah. Cool. We'll call back tomorrow and we'll talk some more. All right, guys?
Leave it there. Pick up.
Yeah, man. Cool.
We're coming back after the break.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstone, Heineken, True Milk, Drinks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst. Choose Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart. Best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Law Act.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Oklahoma City Thunder crushed the Denver Nuggets 125-93 in a decisive game of their playoff semifinals to book a showdown with the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals. A Nuggets win on Thursday night took the series to a 7th game, but Denver were swept away in their 7th meeting. MVP candidate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander shone for the Thunder, scoring 35 points as the West top seed reached the conference finals for the first time since 2016. And that's your sports in a minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosridge.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosridge, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosridge Financing.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, less than half an hour to go. And 615-2841. That's 615-2841 or 676-6968. Call through and let your voice be heard.
All right, what we do, Asta? We go back online. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
This is Rocker.
Oh,
disappointing, I must say you are today, right?
Yeah, but with a level of reasonableness. Because, as you remember, I was saying all season, Zidane, whenever the intensity is up, particularly Cavaliers and Mount Pleasant, we always find a way to mess it up. And we're not as clinical as we ought to be.
Yeah.
But I think...
Despite having the top scorer in the league.
Yeah. I think... You remember international coach they always call the Tinker Man?
Yes. Claudio Ranieri.
This is Claudio Ranieri.
Yes.
The coach tinkered too much with the team. Because Jaheim Thomas, who is the central midfielder, box to box, who is the one, as soon as he came onto the field, and it looked like we could pass around the ball, you know.
But he didn't play badly in the first half.
But he wasn't on the field. Oh, you mean Arnett never played badly?
Yeah, Arnett never played badly in the first half.
No, but you see, this is the problem I have, Zidane.
The Nelson guy played well in the first half.
Yeah, he was okay. But the problem I had was what happened when the defenders had the ball. The number 8 wasn't fetching, and none of the other midfielders were fetching the ball. So the defenders had to go long most of the times. Whilst after we went 1-0 down and the change was made, we look a bit different, much better. Now, the thing is, you know, I never thought that Reed, our captain, had the entire game in him in terms of fitness. And I don't know if he was handicapped by the fact that I never saw Rakesh Kelson on the field either. But I don't know. My biggest problem
I thought
is,
the team did well to keep the defending champions at bay though for most of the game.
Well, but when I look at it, I saw where he played wing as and the coach not even said nothing to him, man.
Wing is much better in the left back position, I must say.
Yeah, and he played him in the position of defender.
Yes.
And then you notice what I realized? I don't know if it was the plan, but Wing took up the ball and many occasions and just dribbled straight up the middle of the field.
Yes, because
and
he's accustomed to play left back.
Yeah, and I never saw any one of the midfielders drop back to keep the shape. Yeah. You know? So you see when the thing broke down, it was always someone making a last-ditch tackle or something. And this is my problem. Every time we reach playoff, there is no systematic build-up to the player as how we always play over the season.
Yeah, fear. You're talking about now from a going forward, but I thought the coach erred because you played poorly in Mobay, but you did not lose. So there was no reason for you to be that open.
And rushing.
Yeah, so it's almost every time Busy got the ball, he had grass in front of him to run at you, you know. You could have conceded long ago, you know. So while you had most of the possession and you look good and you kept you were too open for the counter attack, and eventually that's where Arnett Gans lost the game. You never needed to be that open.
But I was wondering if the players never knew that we weren't losing.
I was
it's
wondering.
almost like we have to be taking the initiative.
I was wondering as well. Yes, I was wondering as well if they realize that it's 1-1 over from the first leg. Yeah, I was wondering why Busy was so open all the time, trying to counter you. Yeah,
it broke my heart, man. But you see, because I was discussing it with you and I told you, and even Orville and here that, man, when the intensity is really high, we make too much mistakes, you know. And you know, we succumb to what it was. But
I think even though they say we talk about coaches too, I think that really come down to the better coach on the day yesterday. Now. Because if you realize that Warner Brown, every time Warner Brown made a run, 2 ago with him, they did everything to crowd out Warner Brown. So clearly the coach said, listen, Warner Brown is not going to beat us. They've shown the respect. Scored for Jamaica recently, top scorer in the league. He hardly got any space to do anything. While the best player for Cavalier, every time he seems to the ball, he just run at people. I said, then, well, I don't understand this. Oh, this man is so free.
It's like we never even got any assign anyone to mark.
Exactly, and he was creating havoc in the first leg, and he had his own way yesterday again.
Hey, even though I'm not promoting Cavalier, but I saw where a ball went to him. And the ear pile that he gave to one of our
that was brilliant.
You know, if it wasn't for the cricket pitch,
exactly.
Gone, you know?
I said during commentary that it's the cricket. If there wasn't the cricket pitch, so it bounce higher than normal, him gone.
Gone.
Yeah, man. I thought they should have showed him more respect, the boss.
But congrats to them, and the finals will be what it will be. I will call to let you know that part. But on another note, though,
before you run, I'm wondering if this has ever happened in Premier League history in Jamaica, where the same 2 teams meet for 3 consecutive finals.
I don't know. I guess you have to tell us.
I don't think so.
But what I want to highlight was Zidane.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that over the years, having had a discussion with you and Mr. Higgins, I thought that you had changed your tune. But I realized that having listened to Mr. Higgins last week, he particularly said that he was making a statement in inverted commas. And I am finding that very difficult to digest. Why? If it is that he made reference, I think, to the fact that the team outplayed a team. And I'm saying it would be a dominant display. But when Mr. Higgins tried to explain himself, to say that it was just him speaking in inverted or commas or whatever the case is, Mr. Higgins, that is not a good explanation, sir.
We'll leave it there.
Big up yourself.
All right, Rocka, big up.
Are we still now? All right, we have a little over 20 minutes to go. WhatsApp are the YouTube. All right, so the YouTubers are putting some comment. So let's read a few. Here we go. Mr. Brown was just passionate. That is what the program is about. You are going to get passionate debates with people prepared to present data to defend their position. It was a fun show. Oh, this is Dwight that text about. Apparently, somebody was asking about some other show. Somebody said this caller doesn't know or follow cricket. I wonder which caller that was. I think now this relates to basketball. If it was more about quality of players, then the 70s players had more quality than every decade except the current one.
Why? I have to laugh.
All right, so which other one now? Let me just now take the one that I get at me or getting at Zidane either. So what is now? Jamaica, is this the same Dwight Chateau that I listen to on Sunday mornings? You are the best boss. I'm a big fan of yours. So Dwight, you have a fan on YouTube. I listen to the program. I could see if we can read one more. Chase not even know him left foot from him right foot. And I got Captain West Indies. What a joke. All right, I could leave it this now. And we come back to the call. 615-2841. Call through and take us home. Take us home. take us home in the final 20. We go back online. Hello.
Big up, man. Them.
Big up yourself,
boy.
Have everything good?
Yes, indeed, sir.
All right. Come here, look on this YouTube. I'm going to say with no bandage. You go on good, man. Big up yourself.
Go on good at what?
What's wrong with you? You know me, I can't. Anyway.
Me go on good. Bargy. No, me don't know what exactly you say me go on good in. No be a pressure. I be a beat me I get.
Yeah, I see a full of Tom and Jerry. You ever watch Tom and Jerry?
Probably my favorite cartoon. As a
beat now and next scene and clean again.
Oh, okay. All right. So me clean today. I'm bloody all the last week.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
The ball game I don't do that.
Yes.
Why? You see, from the first game, well, you're in the group. I'm going to say, yo, I'm going to like all on it set up. Of course, Cavaliers, I think out of every team in the Premier League, JPL, if there's a team that wants to go at them because they know them have the face on the counter, it's Cavaliers.
Yes, and that's what I agree.
I think I think Portmore get them killed.
Yes.
I think Arnett created enough to beat them as well. Two particular players. There was this cross from a player starting down I think it was on the left hand side.
Yes.
One put it dead in the 6-yard box.
Smith.
And the man tried. All the man have to do is put the ball in the goal and the man flashing head and the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, Smith. That was Shea Smith who got that up.
Shea Smith, yes.
Yeah.
That was Shea Smith. Poor finishing cast on it.
Yes.
So whilst we can beat the coach and say never set up right, the coach sit down with us and say, listen, run on the play and everything was going. I had the right set up, but my players didn't finish well.
Yeah, but once we get to the second half, one and Nilal in a ball, Atkinson not going to break down the flank so easy.
Who you have this year run right?
No, the man too good for him to be. Every time I see him get the ball, it's one man ahead in front of him. Him going to beat him 9 out of 10 times.
There was a particular player. You see, that was the national stadium or anywhere where our cricket pitch is not in the middle.
Yeah, man.
And it whoop my gen.
You know one of the things we're kind of impressed with Cavalier. You know the high regard we have for the Trinidad youth. What's his name? Kyle Avery. Me think him special. You know, by Jamaican special. When me ask about that youth, me say him not even at the squad enough for some half. What you call it now? Non-football reasons.
Non-football reasons. So the man be disciplined now.
Man, them said, no, brother, we not play that brother. And me I said, that youth, yeah? And when him up on the field, me always think him can make a big difference. The man them said, no, so we not work with him.
There's also another thing that I watching the league, and especially down this point. I think Cavaliers have about 3 players on the field that is not Jamaican. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I know, what's his name?
Jamaican man.
Jamaican?
Yeah.
Me talk to that youth on TV already. Him is Jamaican.
Calvin Jamaican?
Yeah.
Hold the line. Hold the line.
Something good. Hey, joins me, Jermaine Morgan, popular known as Brother Frisco, on Omega Radio Thursdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. through to 9 inside the Praise the Lord show, and Saturdays and Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio show. Tune in and be blessed. You can't afford to miss this show with Brother Frisco on your radio.
What you gotta do? Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstone, Heineken, True Milk, Drinks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart. Best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Hello? Welcome back to the program. Back with your bull.
Yes, I thought he was actually from Antigua.
When he was born in Jamaica and then moved and lived in Antigua for quite some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know something Antigua about it. The other one, Stain. He's not Jamaican. I think he's trying to say Git.
Yeah.
A forward player.
Yeah, man, he played yesterday.
And the short one, number 9. Well, he didn't play. And obviously knows why now. So when you look at this,
man them follow, brother.
When you look at the teams now that is in the final, the Mount Pleasant and Cavaliers, you see that there's a nice blend of players from different countries in the Caribbean in their team. And I believe that, the Jamaican Premier League, with it being on Sportsmax, Sportsmax carry them things right through the region.
Yes.
A lot of players probably can think that this is probably a destination that they can go and play some football and make the league a little bit more regional. For me, I think it's a good thing. But there's one in particular from Mount Pleasant. I really just start looking at Zidane and hearing that this little man is 16. I think his name is
Celestine.
Celestine. My God.
He's 16?
I'm hearing
I think it's 17.
16 or 17, he's young.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first leg after he got the man of the match, I think, is the goal scorer, who is also from 80.
Yes.
In the first leg, got the man of the match. He was basically translating for the goal, translating for Sportsmax, and he's talking patois, So he's translating whatever the guy is saying in French and telling it on Sportsmax and patois, and that was just a nice little moment for me. Still, I think he's going to be an excellent player.
Yes.
That's still like him, how him dribble, like him attacking intent.
Well, even though the goal should not have scored, he take the defender back row. You see them subbing at halftime.
Yeah, man.
Take Aspades back.
And guess where Aspades is from?
Trinidad.
Trinidad,
the big fellow, is from Trinidad as well.
Trinidad and Jamaican style.
Yes.
So it's like it's like a little mini English league in terms.
Yeah, man. I'm loving it, man. One of the best Caribbean players in the world are playing in Jamaica.
Yeah, you want the
better
best
for the league.
Players. Yes, better for the league. But Speed now, excellent coach. Well, this is known. I don't need have to say it. And he's setting the stage now to put pressure on Mount Pleasant. Because sometimes as a big coach, you have to start to put pressure from the press conference.
Yeah, man, and pressure working at foot sports,
Yeah, man.
People feel pressure,
Yeah, man, this man don't have the money. When you go buy a ball from all boat, of course you're the favorite.
Yeah,
no, Speed can no longer use that thing that he doesn't have money.
Tell him that. I'm not knowing him. I talk at the beginning of this.
No, but I know me. Well, him get the money late in this year still, yeah.
Yeah, so the money is irrelevant. So he couldn't sign anybody with the money.
Right.
Yeah, he couldn't sign anybody with the money because of how late the league, the game they play.
Hey,
but going to next season.
Yeah, you're the kind of bonus where the Cavalier man them get following that into Miami.
I don't know, but based on what I'm hearing, I hear that they are not very. You know what? None of them will get through,
So them not happy.
Allegedly is the right word to use. They are not being paid well.
No, man, then we know.
That's the bonus. Bonus is different.
Yeah, man, but we know that then Mr. Speed on record for say him have one of the lowest wage bill.
If you're Cavaliers and you're playing in the Caribbean League for 3 years straight, you then can get better pay. Yeah. You don't think so?
Well, that determines on the contract you sign initially, because if you sign a 5-year deal.
Exactly. And because they're youngsters, naturally they're not gonna get no.
Yeah, man. Initially, you're not going to sign a big deal. Yeah. Why I think Ming and Gadel Irving left? Because right now, Gadel Irving can't get a game like a Mount Pleasant, but in package nice.
In command for who did get
he came on in the first leg for
angling,
and then went to right back, and then they moved with him, and they live in midfield. Yes.
Midfield. But I know I like Ming and Irving, but when you go to them teams, you have to fight every week.
Hey, I never knew Ming was going to be this good. I used to watch Ming at Bridgeport in a bowl. The man really.
I tell you, Ming or Irving, any one of them should be in the national team over this local football we have coming from foreign. What's his name again?
Who that?
Playing left back for us. Quick thing.
You narrate a man,
Quick thing.
I left back you mean or a Latibody area?
I'm a Latibody I'm talking. Left back.
Who play left back for you? Greg Lee?
Greg Lee. Not ready.
You not rate him?
Me better than Greg Lee.
Okay.
He fitter than me.
All right.
If we get some fitness and man, me not team over Greg Lee.
All right.
Yes, all right.
quick thing before we go to that. Let me tell you this right now. The English League, the excitement, I really hope Man City lose tomorrow. Or Thursday, whenever they play.
Yes.
That's final the excitement is going to be. Me lucky, you know, man. I want much lucky into
Chelsea, Nottingham Forest.
And Nottingham Forest, you know.
Yeah.
If Aston Villa score first, or Man City score first on final day.
Yeah, let you Aston Villa.
And Chelsea, man, you cannot beat Aston Villa.
It's the easiest 3 points that Aston Villa will ever get.
And if they want to tell them the game, we can talk to them.
Yes.
We'll do it differently.
Yes.
Them time, hopefully, we'll be in the Champions League.
Yes.
Them don't want to get down Chelsea in the Europa League, make them go play that so they have less money.
Indeed.
And them can't sell me the game.
I think, I see my thing yesterday.
What made I hope so get slapped, you know?
No, man, you want Arsenal lose yesterday?
God. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, wicked, man. All right.
has always had the wherewithal to pick who they want to pick. So it never necessarily the top performers them pick. But now the coach are picking team. What I would love to know is if the coach are picking them.
That not even rest on select them.
Yeah, well, there you go. What I want to know though, I doubt it because it's Andre Cooley is the A-team coach now. So I think what I would love to know, I'm going to ask Chris Daring this tomorrow. Fine, Darren Sammy has almost complete autonomy on picking the test teams. Indeed, the white ball team them too. But for the A-team, who picks the A-team players? Right. Is it Cooley? Is it the man who is in charge, or does the West Indies board have a set of you to them give Cooley and say, "I them man never want be part of the A-team."
Them man they work with them man because we say that best we can get out of them for pick who we want out of it.
Rather than the Cooley pick the A-team team. So I'd love to know how that goes. I don't think it's Cooley though, because some of them man will play test and some of them man will not play in the test series. So I think more than likely is them get Cooley a squad.
They want to take a look in on some of them.
Yes. For say because see how the man look and the man look and the man look. So the A-team selection may very well still be a West Indies selector kind of thing, while the test team is the coach.
Okay, because if a Sammy select inside, if they're not like Pierre John and not like Jamaica, none of them not gonna play. Not your good them is then I get no game.
No man, I don't think it reaches that way. Sammy said
no, no. When I say all right, put that is individual. If he's not really into the individual, he now get a look in.
All right, my boss. So
there's a neutral man to do all of them things there.
All right, we can talk about this tomorrow.
All right. Big up on yourself.
All right, big up my boss. All right, that is it for the program for a Monday evening. Boy, I didn't see a squad here, a preliminary squad for the Gold Cup, but too many names are out at time. So I'm sure people will get the opportunity to see it overnight and then we can discuss, because I'm seeing some interesting, very, very interesting names here. Interesting stuff. All right, big up to the technical operators, Miss Marion and Oster Hoyt, who were in technical chair today. Big up to all the callers who took the time to call us. We appreciate it. Big up to all the listeners who sat down wherever you were and listening, or standing if you were. We appreciate it. Join us tomorrow with same time, same place, with all over again. Until then, have yourself a fantastic evening.